Is that it up there? Is this it?
I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to find out. Whoa.
Holy shit, dude.
You already know who we are. Fuck you guys.
Hi, I'm on meth.
Meth. I'm on it. You rang.
Vampires and AIDS? Top shelf shit.
Like I came up with something.
Actively pleasing penises.
Yeah. 999.
You go low eyes.
This is a real voicemail from a real person.
You have a good fucking day, sir.
Get to the goddamn point.
You're gonna have a baby that's gonna be cute.
Or it's gonna be a demon. Your crocheting sucks. Have you noticed that tattooing your asshole has become more of a thing now? Nobody can trust me.
The untrustable.
The untrustable. It's like the Uncrustables, but like the untrustable. You don't know what you're gonna get. Is it grape? Is it strawberry? Is it Nutella? You'll never know.
Fucking mystery filling. Like those white airheads where you're like, what flavor is
Yes.
this?
Oh, jeez. Peter Piper picked a pickle peppers.
Picked a what?
I don't know. I don't know what that word is.
Picked a peck?
Picked a peck?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle peppers? I don't know what you said.
She got it off mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Winner.
From the front to the back door, dealers on the south side selling on their front door. A little bit of weed, a little bit of crack, whatever you need while I'm selling out shows in this house. Selling out shows in the ice cold. Shout out to the homies in the front row with the blunt road that wait for hours in the snow to see if it close. You know I gotta stay after the show because it's Shout-Town show love. I'm show love. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, one more take from the top.
Okay, from the back to the front door, dealers on the south side selling on their front door. A little bit of weed, a little bit of crack, whatever you need while I'm selling out shows in the ice cold. Shout out to the homies in the front row with the blunt road that waited for hours in the snow just to see you flow. So you know I gotta stay after the show because it's Shout-Town show love. I'm a show love. Outside, no gloves in the wintertime because I'm hungry like dinner time. Singing for every single one of my fans. All the grass that I couldn't feel my hands. Just a man with a plan, but you wouldn't understand. I get high by the note, you get high by the gram.
Okay, that was great. But this time, can you do it with a little more passion?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just need one more take of that. Then we'll be good.
Jeez.
We'll call it a day.
Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement.
And here goes Wes's beer.
It's already open. Oh, you already know who we are. Fuck you guys.
That's fucking rude. Rude.
I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
Austin.
Fuck you guys, though.
And that's Wes.
Hi.
This is the episode.
Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be terrible. You're gonna hate it, and it's just gonna be awful. You know.
It'll be at least as good as a box of cum.
I'm glad. I'm glad you weren't looking because my wife totally just had a nip slip.
Oh.
It was just boob. Oh, okay. Well, it's whatever.
I will not stand for just boob.
I need the nips. Okay. So we're just gonna jump into this because there's been a lot of shit that's been going on recently. Last weekend we took a break. Had my cousin's band Forever Unknown. They had their EP release, which was freaking dope, and they had some bands play before them. And Rec League, WRECK League, like a baseball league.
You don't want no rec.
You don't want no rec. The singer's awesome. Sounds like the new age Frank Sinatra. It was fucking great.
Yeah, you played some of that for me, and I was real into it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I loved him. Courtney from Work was fucking amazing too. We Are the Movies was great. Like it was all around. It was just a great ass show. And what else happened? I've been filling up my cum box. Speaking of that, so we're getting that going.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, right. I can't fill it up too much because most of the time that I masturbate, it's at work. So
Yeah. You gotta be discreet.
Yeah, like normal people do.
Well, and carrying it back and forth, which I assume you're doing. You gotta protect the cum box. There's gonna be a little bit of leakage on the travels.
Yeah. Luckily, there's just like the 2 small holes on the end, so as long as I keep it level, usually it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Did you haven't seen this, so I'm gonna look it up because it's hilarious. Like it's I was laughing, and then also I was like upset at that it happened this way.
Okay.
Elon Musk came out with his Cybertruck, and so anybody that
I'm
has
excited about this story.
seen this the unveiling of it,
I just saw the image for it. It looked wacky.
so the yeah, we'll yeah.
These
Yeah.
fucking YouTube titles.
Yeah, this would be great.
You guys can't see what I saw, but that was
The titles for it are great, but so they unveiled this Cybertruck, and it looks like something that you drew back in school.
Sure.
just in time for Cyber Monday.
Yeah. So
my
supposedly
God.
it's supposed to be
Well-
armored glass.
Oh.
Maybe that was a little too hard.
What did he just throw at it? Like a lead ball or something?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's supposed to be unbreakable.
Yeah.
It didn't go through.
It didn't go through.
Definitely busted
really?
though.
Okay.
I told you.
Holy shit. Oh,
Oh man.
it broke
Didn't go
both
through.
windows. I
I
mean, it didn't
told
go
you.
through either one.
See, I told you, Elon handled it the exact way that Elon would handle it. He was like, well, it didn't go
Room for
through.
improvement.
It's supposed to be unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it again.
Oh my fucking god.
Ooh.
Well,
I need a slow-mo of
Maybe that
'cause
was a little
that's-
too hard.
That's real tasty.
Yeah.
That tastes good.
He's like, maybe it was a little too hard.
sorry.
He's like, yeah, go ahead, do the next window. Fuck it,
didn't
go for the
through.
windshield.
So that's a plus side. Let's try the right. Try that one, really? Okay. Sure. Oh man, it didn't go through.
It didn't go through.
All right.
All right. I'm Elon.
Not bad. Room for improvement.
Little room for improvement.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got the big
let's
red
see.
letters above him
So,
too.
yeah.
That's like Tesla armor glass demo.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought that was hilarious.
That's amazing.
So I saw a post the other day, and so I took a photo of it. And hold on, I'll pull it up on my phone.
I'm sure people are giving him shit for this, but I still like applaud him for how much he's trying and how much he's like attempting to get done. Like nobody else is doing this shit.
Right,
so
right.
You can't shit on him that much.
So this is from the Pistol Packin' Millennial. Well, actually, this says stolen from a group. If it's yours, let me know. So it's not from Pistol Packin' Millennial on Facebook, but whatever.
That's a lame attempt at accrediting the.
Yeah, that was an epic fail. Anyways, the post said, the more I learn about this Tesla truck, the more I think it's the ideal Boogaloo mobile. Elon is getting a jump start on the next U.S. Civil War. Ablative armor slopes made of 30 times cold rolled steel that'll stop small arms fire. Anchors for additional plate skirting. Impact resistant laminate armored glass. Armored glass. Bed just big enough for a 50 cal, etc. with a low enough cab to fire 360. Spacious squad seating for 6 people. Base Humvee only had 4. Won't be affected by fuel supply lines being cut. Solar bicycle, whatever to charge. Has mess bunk facilities built in if you want them. A tri-motor 4x4 option in 2.9 seconds 0 to 60. Button adjustable suspension so you can plant it on the ground for mortars and race it across debris. The torque and monobody strength to pull artillery. It has 5 times the torque of an Abrams. Modular internals for easier swap out repairs. Intuitive, easy to operate. Price below large conventional trucks. Did Elon build the people's combat vehicle?
Like, why though? Why do you need that? The whole time you're reading all that stuff off, I'm like, holy shit, he built a better armored car than like the military does, except for the windows.
Yeah, except for the windows.
But like,
basically, yes.
and
yeah.
why does it need to go that fast and also be that fucking?
It's just because it can.
I mean, I get that. Once again, I applaud him for going above and beyond what anybody else is even attempting to do. But like, I just don't like the flamethrower thing where it's like, why do we need a consumer flamethrower?
He did that as a startup.
No, I know, but it's still
Okay.
kind of like, why though? You could have done other things as startup.
I think that's the whole reason. He's like, why would I do this? Like, that's why. Because it
Okay.
makes you like question. You're like, no, what other like billionaire fucking dude out there was like, I need to make some money. So what I'm gonna do is make some not a flamethrowers,
Yeah.
and then sell them to people. Like he's like, I know I could do it cheaply and sell it to people for a certain amount, make some money off of it as like a startup to help my fucking company. And then also people are like, I bought a fucking I bought not a flamethrower from Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's a collector's item at this point.
Yeah,
No,
oh
you're right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he's the type of guy who it's that classic quote of like, while everybody was asking why, I was asking why not. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah. Yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough, fair enough. But
And that's Elon in a nutshell.
I just I would never buy that, but I kind of want to buy it. That car.
Oh yeah, it's I forget how much they said it is. I think it's like 60 grand.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy too. Like he said, it was around the price of a regular large truck.
Yeah, yeah. How much is Elon Musk Cybertruck?
Nah, man, you gotta put respect on that name. You spelled it Elon Mux.
Oh, I didn't mean to. That's my fault. Elon Musk.
No,
My
I
bad.
mean, Google fixed it for you, but I just wanted to give you shit.
Oh, not even 60. Starts at 39.9.
Oh, I could afford it.
So $39,900 and are said to go 250 to 500 miles on one charge, depending on the model. Musk said Saturday that orders so far are about evenly split between dual and tri-motor models, with the cheaper single motor version making up an additional 17% of interest.
Man,
He already has 146,000 orders.
god damn.
Dude, I can't wait till I see this shit on the road, man.
It looks like it's from like a comic book movie, you know, or like a retro 80s style video game, like that Cyberpunk game that's coming out.
Yeah,
Have you seen the
yeah.
trailer? It looks like a car that'd be in that game.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to talk about games?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of shit that I'm like real into right now.
The new fucking Half-Life, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
March 2020.
That blew my mind because the fact that I didn't know about that
I-
at all.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
When I messaged you today and was like, have you heard about the new Half-Life that's coming out? And you were like, shut the fuck up. we were at Easton shopping, and I was literally laughing out loud, just like, this is hilarious.
You sent me that, and I typed in new Half-Life. I almost typed in Half-Life 3, but I was like, there's no way there's a Half-Life 3, which, you know, I was right. But at the same time, I'm like, the second I see that, I typed it in because I'm sitting on my computer, I see the Discord message, and then immediately, once I like verified that what you were saying was true, that's when I was like, shut the fuck up, shut the front door.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm beyond pumped for that. The trailer looks amazing, although it looks like pre-release, like pre-rendered footage,
Yeah.
where it was like not actual gameplay in any
Gameplay,
way. Yeah.
yeah.
Which I'm curious to see how that's gonna pan out, because as far as like the trailer for VR stuff versus what actually happens in the VR display is often a lot different. Like you experience that with the PSVR, even when you just take that off when we were playing it last weekend, take that off and you look on the screen, the graphics significantly better on screen than they are in the headset, but it's still like manageable.
Yeah.
But then I did some more looking into it, and you were right. It was coming out on like the Steam platform and the Oculus first for PC. Hopefully, it eventually gets a console release, which is
Hopefully.
it's normally what happens with VR games. Is they'll come out on PC first, and then it'll take like a year or two for it to come out on consoles.
If Logan has been talking to me about like maybe getting a PC for me.
Yeah,
And then, so if that happens, I'm gonna get the Oculus and we're gonna fucking play it.
yeah. That
We might not do the we might not do the podcast for like a whole month because we're just gonna be fucking sitting here playing that game, dude.
we need to put out content of some sort, so maybe we'll do like videos of us testing that shit.
Oh yeah, see that'd be pretty good.
Yeah. But so Steam has their own VR rig that I forget what that's called now.
Oh, I could tell you.
I just it's on the tip of my tongue. But that one looked dope, and they packed more pixels into it than any other rig that's available on the market right now. So it has the best display. And I was watching people play this game called Boneworks, where it's like realistically rendered bodies and like impact, so you can like punch a dude in the face and like hip toss him over your shoulder and stuff. Like
Yeah.
and the controllers for it, it was like something you actually grab, like and it had like a more tactile, real world feel. Feels like something that you should be holding, and not those stupid light sticks with the PlayStation. It looks really dope.
You decorate your room inside an asteroid.
That's not the new one.
Oh, this is an old one?
I think so.
Whoa.
Because they have a new name for the new one. I don't know. Let me look up the video that I watched. But yeah, I'm excited for all that VR stuff, and then I'm gonna get Death Stranding like here soon. That shit came out, and it looks amazing.
Man, Steam controllers maybe would it be in that? No, that's just the
No.
Steam controller.
I think it's like it hasn't come out yet.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me go to my YouTube history and I'll figure out what it was.
Virtual reality games are looking awesome. Look, it's already up on Steam, dude. Half-Life
no,
Alyx, pre-purchase now.
I'm gonna purchase it as soon as I'm able to. Like,
Can you play it?
I'm just gonna have it, and my dad has a setup, so like I can log into my Steam and download it over at his place.
Oh, what up? Yeah, there you go. Does he have the Oculus and shit?
I forget which one. I think it is the Oculus. He has one of them.
Oh, okay. There
I
you
think
go.
he has the Vive too, the HTC one.
Fuck, dude, you're just gonna have to.
Oh man,
Valve Index.
that's what it is.
That's what it
You found
is.
Yep,
Yeah.
that shit
Says
looks amazing.
browse VR titles for Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality, and other Steam VR compatible headsets.
Yeah, the Valve Index.
Dude, that game just looks fucking sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trailer looked amazing.
And it looks like they put some comedic value into it too.
Yeah, that part where he tosses the gun.
He's like, it's unloaded, and it like hits the car, and then it shoots off. He's like, well, now it's unloaded.
I need a gun. Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now.
yeah. Half-Life has always been good about that, where they put a little bit, because it was one of the first games that had like a kind of a heartfelt story under the, like, you feel like you're the hero of the narrative, and also you have like these deep personal relationships, especially in Half-Life 2 and the episodes that came out after that.
Yeah.
Where it was like intensely story driven, but a first person shooter. It was one of the first of those kind, and with a sci-fi theme and setting that was pulled off really well, which is why people are so mad that like Half-Life 2 Episode 2 ends on this giant cliffhanger, and then it's been over a decade we're waiting on the end of that story. And so that's why there's all the jokes about Half-Life 3 on the internet all the time and all the memes about it.
Okay.
And for them to come out with this, it's something, and it's something that I'm super excited for, but it's still not like what everybody wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have that little bit of like caution going into this, where like it looks amazing and I want it to be amazing, but it's still like, who knows after this long of a time, and it's not the game that we should have gotten. I'm sure this will
well,
be great.
I wonder if it is.
I don't think, because it's Alyx's story. She's one of the main characters, but not the main character in the second game.
Okay.
She's one of the main doctors from the story, or the scientist. That's his daughter, and your partner in Half-Life 2.
Oh.
Yeah, and so at the end of spoiler alert, but at the end of the Half-Life 2 story, after episode 2, you're unsure of what happened to her father. He's abducted by the Combine. So this looks like the story of them going to rescue him or find him or figure out what happened. And hopefully they wrap up some answers or some questions, give some answers to some questions from the series that we've all been waiting on.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Because they've been notoriously silent about Half-Life 3. Like, they won't say they are or aren't making it for, like I said, it's been like 15 years. Or
Fuck.
yeah.
That's what I was telling my wife, that like it's been like a decade since they've come out with a Half-Life game. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Half-Life kind of started everything. Like, I mean, CSGO or Counter-Strike was based off of the mechanics of Half-Life.
Yeah, it ran on the Source engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, what ran Half-Life originally.
Yeah. See, that's when I told her. I was like, Half-Life is what started a bunch of shit.
Yeah, for sure. It was one of the first games that I ever fell in love with, where I was like, oh, this is like why games are amazing and important for culture and like a work of art. where it's one of those things where you finish playing it and you feel like you did something.
Yeah.
Except for, the giant cliffhanger that pissed everybody off. It was like, come on, like, and that's what I was gonna say too, is like finally after I think it was maybe a year or two ago, there was finally somebody who worked at Valve came out and said this is how it would have ended if we ever got the game made, and laid out the whole like how that story would have ended if they were gonna make a Half-Life 3. But he said that they're not working on it. It's probably never gonna get done. So when I saw this, I was like, maybe something is in the works, or how long has this been in the works? They've been able to keep it under wraps.
Right.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, it is dope. I'm excited that it's like in VR too, and like even with like the short little trailer that they give you, and he's like putting his hand into something else and then shooting with the other one and like peeking around the corner. I was like, that's fucking dope. That's cool.
Pretty sure the controller for the Index, where it's like the individual fingers, when you touch the controller that controls the fingers. Because I was watching them play that Bonework game, and he was like making a fist one finger at a time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like a touch thing that happens with the part of the controller that you hold.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So excited.
I was shocked it was in VR too. Like, all right.
Right.
Yeah.
Stepping your game up. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's not what everybody wanted, but I'm down.
What the fuck? I just happened to scroll down and see hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
Don't talk to me about hot dogs.
What?
Crystal, okay, so for the price check game that we're going to play later, I had Crystal help me, and she's bad at helping. Like, she just doesn't want to until, like, she finds something that she's interested in. She was looking up, like, how many hot dogs you could fit in holes and stuff.
Oh, in holes?
Yeah, so we ended up with a bunch of, like, crazy news stories about people getting hot dogs stuck in them. I don't want to hear any more about hot dogs tonight.
I can just tell with your wife, like, where that would go, you know? Like, she's just going to take it way farther than it needed to go.
Yeah, I was like, come up with something funny that I can do for a price check. And she was like, well, let me Google how many hot dogs you can fit inside of you.
Whoa. What's the answer?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Oh, is that a part of the game?
Maybe.
Fuck.
Don't fucking Google it.
I know the
asshole.
answer to it, just to let you know.
Have you tried?
What do you think?
Yes. I feel like is the obvious answer there.
I don't know. I guess you'll have to find out.
Oh, all right.
We'll wait till the game.
Did you have more games you wanted to talk to me about?
I think that was it. Oh, CS:GO came out with a new like operation.
Okay.
So it's like Fortnite and like Call of Duty, where they come out with like the battle pass.
Yeah.
Sort of shit. So like you pay to get these like missions and stuff, but they came out with like one of the missions is a co-op campaign mission. So that was, I haven't been able to play it yet. I gotta find somebody to play it with.
Yeah.
Cause fucking Logan won't fucking buy it because it is like $15.
Oh.
So I get it, but I bought it. Like,
Wait, he's gonna buy you a computer, but
he's not gonna buy me a computer.
Oh, okay.
He had an old computer that he gave to his cousin that his cousin doesn't use. So he's gonna see if he can get it off of his cousin.
oh, okay.
And then let me use it. So if that happens, then cool. But I've watched a gameplay of the mission and it looks fucking dope.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go play it at some point. But it was cool because I'm sure that they had a huge spike in people going back and playing CS:GO when that came out. And then like it was it's like get 15 kills on casual Mirage with a shotgun. And so you go in to go play like casual Mirage, and it's just everybody using a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of funny. Like you could tell which people had the pass and like which didn't.
Yeah.
Or like it was like win 16 rounds on Vertigo Wingman. And so I was like, hey, Logan, let's go do this. Like we're usually pretty good at Wingman. Got 2 rounds. And that was it. And lost. Like all we got was 2 rounds. Like the dudes fucking murdered us.
Yeah.
So I went on and played with like random people and ended up getting it within like, it took me like 2 more games to finally get to 16. And then there was one where we had to play fucking Vertigo. I know you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here just go. I'm nodding and go. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
There was something on Vertigo. It was like win like 10 rounds on competitive Vertigo, and I don't ever fucking play that map. for good reason. The map fucking sucks, and it's
Okay.
just a shitty map. And
I mean, personal preference.
that is the one time that I have even like pros are like, I can't wait till Vertigo gets taken off and Cash gets put back on.
Oh, okay.
And Cash got put back into the competitive map pool too after it got like a remake for it, and it looks dope. But yeah, even other people, even pros hate Vertigo, dude. They fucking hate them. The map's terrible. It's fucking
Okay.
stupid. I hate the map. Fucking no.
I
No.
thought maybe it was one of those things because, as I've talked about before, I'm old school FPS player. So like, I thought it would be one of those things like in Quake where there was that one, the floating pads map where it was like a very vertical map and like the platforms all moved up and down, so you had to have your timing down or you'd fall off into space and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody hated that map, but if you got good at it, it was the best map because you could just murk people all day.
Well, because everybody hated it, nobody played it. So when it did come up, they were like, I don't know how to fucking do this.
Well, and you get good at the map and you start to love it. Like, there's a reason for how clunky the map was to begin with because it forced you to learn the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Vertigo's kind of like that. Like, I just need to learn the map and, like, learn, grenades and shit like that. But I just don't like the map at all.
Fair.
It's just, it's just a shitty map. I don't know what it is about it. There's the multiple levels. Yeah, it's not a conversation that I want to get into.
Yeah. Crystal, while we're talking about video games, and I'm tired of listening to you talk about CSGO.
Sounds good.
She got Kingdom Hearts 3, which when that came out, it got mixed reviews. But have you ever seen or played any of the Kingdom Hearts series?
No.
It's all tied into Disney, and
I know that
yeah,
much.
they turn it into like a multiverse where like all the worlds from every movie are all connected in a way, and all the characters can interact if they just get to that part of the universe.
Okay.
So the new one has like this whole multiverse, like interdimensional thing going on, where like one character can It's weird because I only watched her play like maybe half an hour of it, but it's like the game knows that it's a game, and the bad guy in the game knows it's a game, and he's in the real world, and you're not, even though you're the one playing in the like. It turns everything on its head, where it makes you feel like you're in a video game playing a video game controlled by somebody outside the world.
What?
Yeah, the story is really cool. She was playing the Toy Story part though, which I wanted to bring that up because it was weird watching her play. It was all very nostalgic. You get to go back into Andy's room and talk to Buzz Lightyear and all the toys. You get to see Woody and Rex and Ham and all those fucking people, and they join you on like a mission in the game. But the thing that was weirding me out about all of it was that the facial animations were like off in a video game way where it shouldn't have been, because everything looked like it was rendered by Pixar, like it was a Disney Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Like Woody looked like Woody, but then he would talk in the video game and it sounded like him, but his face moved in a video game way. So this weird thing happened where you're like, I'm watching Toy Story, but you just get to play it. But then it reminds you constantly that it's a video game because the animations are off. You know that weird like facial animation style that video
That
games have that
sucks.
doesn't match in animated
Yeah.
movies?
Yeah.
I was like, that's not what I expected, and it's kind of it's off-putting a little bit. I mean, you can get past it, but it was weird.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a cool game though.
Step your shit up, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Next time, let Pixar do your shit, because
Right.
it's Square Enix that published that game. Yeah. Squeenix. Anyway.
Moving on. That's upsetting. I hate when games do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're gonna do something that's off of, like, a movie or something like that. Like, it should look like the movie.
Yeah, especially when you're going like for something that classic and that important to like a whole generation and that nostalgic. Like fucking everybody loves Toy Story,
Right.
so it better be spot on.
If you don't, there's a problem.
Yeah, and you only get to be in Andy's room for like 10 minutes to like look around, and then you don't get to explore the rest of the house. It just cuts to outside, and then you go to a toy store in the town that his house is in, which is never a part of the movies. Well, Buzz Lightyear was in a toy store, but it's not that toy store. It's like a Mega Mall toy store that you go to.
I thought that's what he was in. I thought he was in, like, a...
It's not the one from the movie. I promise you.
Okay,
So-
I believe you. I believe you.
Maybe it was a Mega Mall in the movie, but it's not the same one.
Don't fucking come at me,
I
Jesus Christ.
will come on you.
Giggity.
Alright, you got more to show me? Or do you want to move on to
I want to talk about what you sent me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm excited about this.
should have had it already pulled up. Cause I want to know where they were going with this. Like, this is from South Dakota.
I sent myself the article all about this, so you
Okay.
go ahead and pull up the clip, and I'll
Okay.
get the article ready, and yeah.
Cause this is like the state
The state
department
of South Dakota.
put this video out there.
Yeah.
I did. Why?
I forget the woman's name, but like,
Okay. I'm gonna play it for you guys now. So listen.
fuck it, I love this so much.
I'm on meth.
I'm on meth.
I'm on it too. So am I.
So am I.
I'm on meth.
Meth is not someone else's problem. It's everyone in South Dakota's problem. And we need everyone
The
to get
fucking
on it.
shot of the kid.
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
I'm on it too.
I'm on it.
So are they saying that they're like
We're on the problem, you know, like we're gonna get on.
We're trying to take care of it.
Yeah.
But
They-
now it just looks like everybody in that video is actually doing meth.
Yeah. Well, and so like the thing is that they didn't just do this one ad. There's another version of the ad. There's
No.
also Facebook and Instagram
No.
posts.
No.
There's also online advertising and billboards put up in towns.
It does say onmeth.com.
There's a whole website.
Okay.
So now everybody thinks when they see that, the logical conclusion is that the whole state of South Dakota is on meth, and they're making fun of themselves.
meth addiction is everyone's problem. Here's how to fight it.
You're on meth, Austin.
I'm on meth.
I'm on it.
I'm on meth. Is this the other video?
Yeah. Or
And is this her
no.
talking about it?
I think that's the woman that I was trying to remember her name.
Governor Christy
Gnome?
Noem.
Gnome? Yeah, that's the lady. Let me pull up this article. So the thing is like a bunch of people from like advertising departments at top tier universities have all come out and been like, "The fuck were you thinking?" Like,
Well,
if I was gonna spend this much money on a campaign like this, also you're not allowed to look at how much money they spent. Don't Google any more about this. I'm gonna read you the article, but no cheating for what's coming later.
God damn it.
But for how much they spent, and also like, it's just an awareness campaign. It's not like there's no call to action at the end of that ad that we just watched. It's not like
No, they were just like, we're on meth.
which is why I love it so much.
The little girl comes in. I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Is my favorite. Just the second I saw it, I was sitting at home and I saw that because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it, and I was like, okay, so
Okay,
let's
let me
watch
see
the
this
video.
shit.
I watched it and I immediately was like, babe, you have to fucking watch this right now. I can't stop. Like, all right. So this article from the Washington Post starts out by saying this was written on the 19th. South Dakota is on meth. At least that's the message behind a new anti-drug ad campaign so widely mocked that one marketing expert could only laugh before calling it a colossal blunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. The meth, we're on it, awareness and initiative was unveiled on Monday by the governor to address the state's methamphetamine crisis. Which, okay, so to be fair, they do have a giant problem in South Dakota. They have twice as many as any other state where 12 to 17-year-olds are on meth.
Well, what else is there to do in South Dakota?
Okay, so I've been to North and South Dakota, and they're both
Uh-huh.
trash states. There's nothing to do there.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then, sounds like you need to put some more shit in your state.
Sorry if you got... Well, we'll get to this, but the amount of money they spent, they could have done a lot more than this fucking dumbass ad. Like...
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, put some skate parks in there or something.
Or give a little more to the rehab facility. So
Hold on.
one of the problems they're having is that, like, you can't Google anything about this.
Shut up. How many skate parks
Oh, okay.
are in South Dakota?
Watch, a headline will still come
Dakota.
up with a number in it.
South Dakota skate parks.
Oh, Concrete Disciples is a dope website.
What up?
All right, so yeah, the South Dakota does have a giant meth problem.
Okay.
Oof,
Ow.
fuck off. Ooh, Jesus
Oof.
Christ! For the listeners, that was just like the most shrill,
Ow.
high-pitched
And it's
beep.
like, I just got a... Ow. Why did it do that? It doesn't do it again. Okay.
I think that was just one of those click
Click-
on it, redirect ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
I'm showing 17 results. And they all look like shit.
And South Dakota's like a pretty decently big state. It's a big old rectangle, you know, like
Yeah, they all look like trash.
a bunch of prefab parks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, get more skate parks. You'll be alright.
I mean, that would help. And they've done stuff like this in the past too. Like I forget what the other campaign was, but they've been mocked for doing on the nose stuff. And the governor, that Christie lady, she was asked about that exactly. Like, this, like, people are laughing at your state. She was like, well, it's an awareness campaign and people are aware of it now, right? So I think it worked pretty
Any
well.
publicity is good publicity.
I mean,
God.
she's not wrong. It's super fucking like it's hard not to laugh at that ad though. Go YouTube for that. Go YouTube that for yourselves, guys. Because just like the part where it cuts from like the old dude and the dude sitting on the couch with like his son or his grandson,
We
and then
need
it goes straight to a little girl.
To get on it.
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
It's my favorite thing in the world. Dude, I've been dying about this for days. Like,
I'm on it.
yeah.
Oh, this shit's fucking terrible.
Well, so should we play my game so we could just get this shit out of the way?
I mean,
Because
I guess we can.
the rest of the story is kind of like tied in with one of the rounds of the game. You'll get to find out how much they spent on this nonsense.
You can just explain more of it to me as we play the game.
Yeah. And I added some extra notes in there.
Dope.
And I sent this to myself smarter this time.
Send it to you smarter.
Yeah, last time I saved it as a web page, remember?
Now you're fucking figuring it out.
I'm figuring it out.
Fucking figure it out.
20-some episodes, or 7 episodes
7.
in? Yeah, and
27. Well, no, this will be even later than that.
this will be like 30 episodes in, and
Yeah.
I'm finally getting my shit together.
Finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Took you long enough, dude. Jesus.
Why does it want to print?
I wonder if people stop listening because I say Jesus Christ so much.
I mean, maybe.
Or maybe it's because I say,
Nigga.
sometimes, like, people don't like that.
Say what?
When you say,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, when you say,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I know.
Okay. I
Oh,
was
this
just,
sucks. Why can't I open that?
oh, so you thought you got smarter, but really you got dumber. Should have just sent it to you as a webpage.
Yeah, like, I sent it to myself as a text file. Like-
Quality podcast conversations right here, guys.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to figure this out.
Okay, go ahead. I have like a slight headache from day drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that to myself a lot, too.
I
All
took
right,
some ibuprofen, so I should be fine.
so I just opened this as a web page.
Ah.
I sent it to myself as a web page and a text document because I'm stupid. All right.
We're on.
South Dakota's Meth We're On It ad campaign, round 1.
Okay.
The cost of
Fight.
how much they've budgeted for this ad campaign
Okay.
versus the total population of South Dakota.
Because we've made it such a big deal, I'm gonna go
I
with
know.
it's the ad campaign.
It's quite a bit more than there actually are people in the state.
No, you're fucking with me, dude.
As of 2019, the total population of South Dakota is roughly 858,469 people.
They spent more than that
They spent more than 858,000
on what?
on that.
On that one ad?
On the whole campaign. So like the website, the billboards, the 2 videos, her whole video spiel on the website talking about it, some Facebook and Instagram stuff. Twitter, I'm sure.
And then I assume whatever programs they've set in place.
No, there's no programs.
Bullshit. What do you mean? I need help with my day. I'm literally looking at it right now.
Okay, so
Treatment services,
we'll get into it,
recovery groups.
but the wait times and like their rehab facilities and their treatment facilities in South Dakota are massively understaffed and underprepared for like the issues that on the level that South Dakota is dealing with. Like they just don't have enough people or funding in those treatment centers
Then what was the fucking money for?
That's my whole point with this.
Where did all of the other funding go to?
All right, so here's what they've spent so far.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! It's more than 800,000.
No. What they've spent so far is less, but they've budgeted more. So here's what they've spent so far, and they're planning to spend the rest of the budget on this.
Okay.
They've spent $449,000. So they're halfway to their population amount.
You spent $400,000. 4.5.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
$1,000, and you can't. Oh,
All right. So here's the total budget for this campaign.
It's like $1 million, isn't it?
$1.4 million.
Are you fucking shitting me? If y'all can't figure this shit out with $1.4 million, your whole state just needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like y'all just need to stop.
This much spent on this fucking the meth period. We're on it. Hi, I'm on meth campaign. Like, it's a little depressing, but also super funny.
I should have just had a dude smoking meth on the fucking video.
Yeah.
Meth. I'm on it.
That's almost what they did.
Like, basically.
Oh, I love it.
I'm on it.
I love it.
They should have had the little girl with the meth pipe in her hand. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is terrible.
No, it's not good.
I mean, if you're telling me that all of their like facilities are just like understaffed and underfunded and shit like that, like,
Well, they have twice the problem that most other states have dealing with like the amount of people that are addicted and getting addicted to meth and other drugs as well. Also, their incarceration rates, like 50% of all arrests that happen in South Dakota are for drug charges.
no shit.
Half of all arrests.
Yeah, you definitely should put the rest of that $1 million towards the actual treatment centers. That's where the rest of the funding should go.
More
I mean,
programs.
I think
Yeah.
you should have spent like $100 on your advertising.
Yeah, maybe some Twitter and Instagram posts, but to do that fucking dumb video, it was all like shot well.
Jeez, man. I mean, I guess like some billboards and stuff like will help out. You never know who you're gonna reach. Like, maybe you should have spent a little bit more money. Like, you got $1.4 million as a budget. Spend like $100,000
Yeah.
on like advertising, and then literally put the rest of it into funding the treatment centers and helping out the local community. Well, obviously the whole state, like helping the whole state, but getting to your small communities
Yeah.
and making sure that it's easy to get to for certain places that might be out in like BFE, like so building more treatment facilities, making sure that they're staffed properly, and making sure that it's easy for people to know about that. You know, that is an option. So I get it in the advertising thing, but then also like you got to get out there. Like, your funding should go towards, like, just sending people out there. Like, door-to-door shit would help, too, you know? But this fucking video, I mean, I guess any publicity is good publicity, but
We're nationally aware and also pointing fingers at South Dakota right now, which is good in a way, but
because you're all on meth. Even that little girl, she's on it.
That little 6-year-old in his
I
grandpa's
can
lap.
say that. You don't know what I mean either.
Yeah.
Like, I can say you're on meth because either you're on it and actually doing it, or you're on it by trying to help other people get off of it.
I care passionately about this issue, so therefore I'm on meth.
I'm on it. Meth, I'm on it. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's just poorly thought out. And like I said,
Yeah.
professionals in the advertising field are like, this isn't how you do it.
No.
Like, yeah.
No, they were like, this is wrong.
Hopefully, like, people see this and do the right thing and, like, put money towards the thing that it should have gone towards. Like, maybe, like, now that we're nationally aware, maybe people from other states will help put funding into the programs that need the funding rather than more of this bullshit.
No, they got fucking $1.4 million to fucking budget with it. They've got another $1 million. Why do I need to put more money into their shit? They've got $1 million that they are allowed to throw into that. If y'all can't figure that shit out on your own, I can't help you.
I wouldn't give
No
it to
money
the
that-
governor or the ad agency that made this shit, but I would try to give it to those treatment facilities that need it. Like,
I mean, right now, no, because if anything, we need to get on the governor and the state to put that funding into those places.
I
If
mean,
that doesn't happen,
that too.
why the fuck would I give my money to those treatment centers when your own state isn't going to help you out?
Yeah, they have a $500,000 or more than. Yeah, you're right. Another million left over. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like your state, I would be more mad at the state, and like, yeah, I could give, but like, what the fuck could I get? I can give you $20, like, to this one treatment facility.
Well, I don't mean us, but I mean like
I get it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going too
charities and
personal
groups
here.
that could throw
True.
that type of money.
True, but still,
Yeah.
no, they should be pointing it. They've got that fucking funding. It should go into those treatment facilities and everything else. And if that doesn't happen, and they're still understaffed, and still can't deal with the issue, then they need to go back to the state and that governor and handle it that way.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be pointing fingers at them, not the facility.
Yeah.
And
That was a quote from a police chief that I was reading, and in that article that I was reading a little bit to you about was he had said that like dealing with the opioid crisis when that all started happening is they had funding for like the training and how to deal with an addict who's on opioids, and he was saying that with meth it's not the same, and that a lot of the guys are under trained and unequipped to handle what they're dealing with there. So even just putting funding into the police departments, which I don't want more people arrested for drug charges, but like if you could deal with the people who are addicted in a more manageable way, that would at least solve part of the problem.
right.
But they don't even have that, so it's all a shit show, and this is definitely not the way to go about it. But hey, at least we know about it. Like,
All of South Dakota is on meth, apparently.
tell your friends. South Dakota's on meth.
They put $400,000 in the advertising. I'm sure my friends know about it.
Yeah, most people will know that South Dakota's on meth, but they can't point to it on a map.
I'm
They
gonna-
know they know that, but they don't know where it's at because of this campaign.
I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to ask everybody, did you guys know that South Dakota's on meth? Can you point to South Dakota on this map? That's what I thought.
See how many people know the one more than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be like, oh, yeah, I heard they're on meth.
It's so silly.
I don't know where it's at, though. I'd help out, but I don't know where it's at. Is it over here? No. No, that's New Jersey. They might be on meth, too, but that's not.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's a fun one. All right, you ready for round two?
I am ready for round 2. Fight!
Okay. Here's a Trump one.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about him recently.
Yeah, I've been steering away from politics.
Yeah, I know. It's
I got yelled at for talking about politics, so I was like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Who yelled at you?
Extended family member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yelled at me because I said the House and the Senate are both like majority Republican, and I was wrong in saying that. And then after that, it just kind of snowballed.
Well, they were when we talked about it. They're not now because
Yeah.
the midterms happened and the Democrats won a lot of seats. But at the time we were talking about that, you were right.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, now it's just the House, right?
Yeah.
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 See, and when I talked to this person, I was wrong.
Oh.
And then that just like snowballed. He was like, well, on your podcast, I hope that you talk about, or I hope that you do your research. And I was like,
we're a comedy show.
well, yeah. I was like, well, my buddy like told me this, and he was like, oh, so you just believe everything your buddy says? And I was like, well, usually he's right. So yeah,
Being a little self-righteous.
I trust him,
Yeah.
a lot. Like, if I was hanging off of a cliff, I would trust him to save me. So yeah. I
It's
kinda
funny
believe
how
what he
angry
says.
people get about politics and facts, and it's just like we were just
Do you think that this family member supports Trump?
probably.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. See,
That makes sense.
yeah, but this family member was kind of like, I don't agree with a lot of the things that he does, but I do agree with a lot of the things that he does do, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I need to just not talk about politics anymore
Yeah. No, that's fair.
because I don't have any information. I can't. I'm politic dumb.
Well, you can still have a conversation about it.
No.
I mean, just because you
No.
don't know the facts doesn't mean you can't talk about it. Because it's one of those things where, like, You have to start somewhere, so you might as well talk to somebody
Yeah,
about
but
it.
then it just becomes like this argument, and I start like, and I don't like that.
You gotta
I
get
hate
good
that.
at diffusing political
I
arguments.
I think that I'm pretty good at that. I think that I like, cause I'm usually just like able to be like, okay, you're right, I'm wrong,
Yeah.
and then just let it go at that. I'm like, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
Well-
Whatever it is that we're arguing about, you're right.
Whoever this family member was, they don't understand how time works, because by the time they listen to that episode, maybe they were
No, they
right.
didn't listen to an episode.
Oh, okay.
This was Halloween
Oh, okay.
when I was talking about this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So fuck off anyway. Yeah.
I
It's-
just-
you don't follow politics, so how are you to know that things had changed?
I don't. You see, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
no, I did not know. I did not. I had no idea.
They need to chill out.
Yeah. And listen, this is why I was like, I can't talk about politics anymore. I'm like, I'm done, dude. I'm fucking done.
That's
'Cause
ridiculous.
You had told me that, and then I guess it changed, and I didn't know about it, and now I look like an idiot, and then it
Yeah,
just
the midterms-
snowballed into this whole thing, and yeah, I'm
Time happened, man. Time happened. All right. Anyway,
now he thinks I'm stupid, and that I don't do research, and yeah.
well, you don't do research.
This is totally true. I don't. I mean, I've done some research on things, but most of the research that I do is like during the episode. But we
Yeah.
talk about we're just giving our opinions about shit. Like whether we do the research and we know the facts about a lot of this shit. Like most of the time, we're just giving our opinion on these whatever fucking subject it is. Like
When we normally try to preface it with like, well, I'm about to say fuck this guy, but you're entitled to your opinion and that's
right,
valid.
right?
Yeah,
Like fuck Trump, but you're entitled to your opinion and that's valid.
yeah, exactly. All right, so round 2. Running tally of every lie Trump has told since he's been in office. Versus, which I was surprised that, like, okay, maybe not surprised, but when I, like, Googled it, I was like, oh, a bunch of websites are keeping track.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of fairly easy to keep track of all of his lies.
Well,
'cause he
yeah.
just blatantly lies all the time. So take that, your family member. Versus the amount of money Trump has given to charity since 2008.
I'm gonna go with the lies.
You're right.
Yeah.
How much money would you guess that Trump himself has given to charity since 2008?
Well, didn't he just? Oh, himself.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, didn't he just pass like a $1.3 billion bill to help like,
Is it the hospital thing?
like autism?
Yeah, he did sign
Yeah.
that bill. That was an easy win for him. I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that on the news podcast I listened to.
But that doesn't count, right?
No,
that's
no.
not. No, this
That's
is
not his
like-
money. I'm
Yeah,
talking
that's
his
just
money.
like bill. Okay,
Yeah.
his money.
Like if he was Bill Gates and he was donating money, like that type of
I'll go with like what, like $1,000?
thing. I love that you were at least generous enough to say more than $100. All right, so here's the thing. This is a really hard number to track down. I did a lot of Googling, a lot of research for this. So people can come at me because there's differing information everywhere.
And see, now you're even like having to back yourself up because it's goes
I'm a
into
little mad.
politics.
I'm a
and
little
shit.
mad.
Like you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
dude. It's too much. Anyways,
So the thing here is,
you're like, you can come at me, okay?
as far as everyone can tell, and like I said, there's some differing information on this, but none of it's like concrete. As far as we can all tell, roughly zero since
No,
2008.
no.
So there's the Trump Foundation, but that's not his money. That's like a foundation that has money run through it, and it's taken fire for being somewhat corrupt. But also they donate a decent chunk to a bunch of different causes, and that's all great. But Trump himself,
But that's not Trump's money. That's other people donating to the Trump Foundation.
and he
like
hasn't
me
put
and you
he hasn't
donating
put
to it.
his own money into that foundation since 2008. So that's where this number's coming from. Is like as far as there's no receipts for him donating on his own, and the last receipt of him donating on his own was to his own foundation in 2008.
That sounds like money laundering.
A little bit.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to say.
It sounds like there was some money laundering going on in there.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The Trump Foundation has donated millions up to 2013, but not as much after that. So around 2013 was the first time that Trump kind of started talking about running for president. I mean, he had joked about it and mentioned it earlier, but that was the first time like he was seriously talking about it.
Yeah.
So after that, they haven't contributed much. The only thing that he has done, the one thing I can say, is that he's donated in-kind gifts to certain things, which by that I mean He'll
In
give
kind. I like how you use that.
he'll give people free rounds of golf at his resorts.
That's
Or
no.
he'll give people development rights on his property for free. That's the kind of charity that he does.
Because it's gonna benefit him in the end.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you these golf things, but you're gonna give me $100,000 later.
Yeah.
Yeah. For my campaign
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah. The typical just schmoozing and, taking people out for expensive dinners and shit like that to
Yeah.
win them over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have some free rounds of golf at Mar-a-Lago.
I'll get your vote, won't I?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that one wasn't as funny, but there's
No.
my shot at your relative.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do the last one I wrote, or do you want to do quick Crystal's round? My wife came up with one.
Let's do your wife. Let me grab another beer.
Okay.
And then we'll do your wife.
Okay, we'll do my wife. My wife, we're on it.
I was just about to say it, dude. I was waiting for it, man. I was totally waiting for it.
This next one's fun because it's a callback to a way earlier episode where we kind of got into an argument about something.
Like me and you got into an argument?
A podcast argument where we were having fun with it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's hash it out.
All right, round 3.
Fight!
Do you remember when we got a little peeved at each other about vampires and AIDS?
Oh.
You remember that?
I had no idea where this was gonna go. But vampire and AIDS was definitely not the direction I think it was gonna go.
I wish I wish I'd found a way to write AIDS into this price check somehow, but it's just vampires.
I never got peeved about it.
You just think I'm wrong.
I vaguely remember exactly what it was, but it was like that all vampires have AIDS, basically.
Yeah, either vampires can't get blood diseases, which I've never read or seen anywhere.
Okay.
Or vampires get blood diseases, which they would all have all the time because they eat blood.
But I think, okay, so I feel like I'm starting to remember because I'm like, they're immortal. Right?
I'm not saying they die from
Unless-
HIV. I'm just saying that they have HIV, and that if you get bit by a
Yeah,
vampire,
see,
now
this
you're
is-
an
this
HIV
is where
vampire.
we got into the whole fucking argument. But you can't just like carry it without
You can carry it.
having the symptoms of it.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but that dude's rich.
Also,
dude doesn't
oh,
count.
here's something I learned today.
Oh
Whoa.
shit.
Cookie, his wife, she's one of the rare people. There's like a certain percentage of the population that just is like immune to HIV. So like she just can't get HIV, and she just happened to marry a guy who ended up getting HIV, and she stayed with him after all that, and they work because she can't get it. So she doesn't have it either.
What the fuck?
And he get like if you test him for it, he doesn't show up, but he still technically has it. But so yeah, I still think that all vampires are just like fucking HIV cesspools.
Okay, anyways, back to your fucking game.
All right, let's not get too sidetracked. We got other things to talk about. This game's taking a long time.
No, I like it. I like it.
All right. I wish Honesty was out here for this one because she'd like it. The lifetime cost of tampons. So
Ooh.
over an entire lifetime.
Ooh.
This number really surprised me too.
It's a lot. I'm sure.
I'm just gonna
it's a
say that
lot.
it surprised me. Versus,
Okay. What does it have to do with vampires and AIDS?
well, nothing about AIDS. Like I said, this is just vampires. But
Oh.
yeah, the reason I did vampires was because like oh, perfect.
You rang. Okay. So here's the game.
All right.
We're
The
trying to figure-
lifetime. Oh yeah, go ahead.
We're trying to figure out which one costs more. Okay.
The lifetime cost of using tampons. So like just buying tampons your whole life. Versus, so there's not like a kit that you can go buy on Amazon or something, but if you were to put together a real vampire starter kit. So like if you wanted to be a vampire, this is all the stuff you'd have to go get done and go buy and do to become a vampire.
So like you're saying like teeth and like the
I'll go through a rundown of the things.
Okay.
But I want your guesses before I give you the rundown of what the whole kit is. So like This isn't a lifetime of being a vampire either. This is just if you want to become a vampire, this is the amount of money you'd have to put in versus a whole life of buying tampons.
I'm going to go with a whole life of buying tampon costs more.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife's going to go same on that.
Got you both on this one.
Oh, really?
I was shocked by this.
Is this like buying a castle too? Like,
No.
Okay.
No. I actually cut things out of the vampire starter kit, which was I found an article about how much it costs to turn yourself into a vampire, which I thought was hilarious. There was even an article about it to begin with. All right, so for the tampons, I was crazy shocked by this, but you can get a box of 36 for $7. So you work that out over an entire average
but what
lifetime.
kind? Yeah, but what kind?
This is just on average. This isn't top shelf shit.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you getting like? Because I feel like that's like the cheap fucking tampon.
This is the
okay. Yeah, cardboard. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
cardboard applicators. Like, this is like the cheap fucking shit.
yeah.
Okay.
This is it is.
No, because most women don't fucking do that shit. I feel like I don't know. Okay,
Alright.
I don't know
So
because
if I did the more expensive ones, this would be a lot closer.
Oh, but I'm still, but we're still wrong.
Still wrong. Fuck. It's only about $2,000.
Yeah, but what?
It's only about $2,000
A lifetime.
a lifetime.
No,
That's what the internet told me.
the internet's fucking lying.
I just
36?
so I could have a reference.
Where's my fucking phone? Where's my fucking phone?
It's a box of 36 for $7.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you use multiple tampons throughout the day.
How many tampons do you think you use in a day?
I do.
Austin, you personally. How many
I'm
tampons
gonna
do you
I'm gonna
through?
go with 2 or 3, depending on your flow.
Okay.
2 or 3.
Are you a heavy or
and
a
then
light
that's
flow?
yeah. See, and that's depending on that too.
Yeah.
Like if you're more of a heavy flow, and like let's say you don't have like a plus.
Yeah.
You know, like a thicker
right,
tampon,
well,
and you
let's
got
just
one of
say
the thinner ones just because you accidentally went and like bought the wrong package or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now you've got to use more. Like, I guess we're talking about on average here. All right. but
We're
this-
talking average on the low end. Average on the low end.
But that's not the case most of the time.
Okay, that's fine. This is my game.
I still feel like 2,000 in a lifetime is bullshit.
Even if we say it's $3,000.
No, that's bullshit, dude. That's fucking bullshit. Cause what's the average lifespan of what's the average lifespan of a woman?
About 75.
75?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, that's lowballing it a little bit. Maybe 80.
so would you want to go 75 or 80?
I don't care.
Okay,
Pick
so
one.
let's see, 36, and then we'll say you use 2 or 3 a day. So we'll say 2. So 36 divided by 2 would be 18. Okay, so
Okay.
and then 18 divided by 7 would be 2.5. Okay.
Okay.
So we're looking at where was I going with this? I'm getting so heated I'm losing my train of thought here.
You gotta think, because it's only if it's somewhere between 4 to 10 days that you're dealing with this.
Yeah, I said 7 because it's
Okay.
like kind of like right in the middle. Like
Okay.
It's a week.
And
So we're saying a week that you're
Okay.
using 2 to 3 tampons.
Yeah.
So
so that'd be 21 tampons at the high end.
so like 2.
So not even a box per month.
So 2. Okay, yeah. So that's what the 2.5 is. Is it would be like 2 months to like 2 or 3 months that you would have that box of 36.
Right. So if you say every 3 months you've got to buy a box,
Okay.
and then do that over a lifetime.
So every 3 months, how many would that be in a year? So 3 to 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4, so 80.
Times 4.
No way, dude. You're fucking
I'm telling you, dude. I was shocked.
320. So that, what, times 7?
Yeah, I guess so. I got lost on the math there.
It is only fucking 2.
Yeah. It's shocking how little it actually costs.
Okay, but I still feel like that it is not a what's the term that a luxury item.
Oh, no. That's
No.
not where I was going with
I know that you're not going with that.
Yeah.
I am just putting that out there that I, as a male, do not feel that a tampon is a luxury item and that it should be something that is giving given to women for free. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
My only question would be, how nice do they feel? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
How nice do they
I'm sure
feel?
it's terrible. I'm joking. That was totally a joke.
How nice do tampons feel? Is that what you're asking me?
I was gonna say it's like quilted northern, where like you don't need to buy the nice toilet paper, but I was just gonna make a joke, and then I immediately realized it was fucked up. Anyway,
We're a comic. You can say it. On the most recent episode of the last podcast on the left, Henry says, "I'm sorry to everyone," a good 10 times.
Yeah,
Because he said a whole bunch of fucked up shit.
I could see he does that often.
He's like, "I'm sorry to everyone." I was like, "That's one."
All right, do you wanna know the vampire kit? list
Yeah.
here?
What is the kit? Like, what does that
All right,
entail?
I'll run you down. So it's
Okay,
about.
run me down.
So first
Go
we're gonna
down
go
on me.
dental Yes. We gotta go for dental hygiene first. That's important as a vampire. Now, if you go for
So you're brushing your teeth? Is that what you're telling me?
You're brushing your teeth more often because your teeth are way more important. You're going to be putting them on people. You don't want bacterial infections. You don't want anything in your mouth that you don't want there.
But you're an immortal being. But
Yeah.
this is just like you're talking about if a human being wanted to become a quote-unquote vampire.
The vampire culture that we talked about in that previous episode.
Okay, yeah,
after we
yeah.
got into the-
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
all right,
exactly.
all right.
So
We're not
those
talking about
type
the
of
mythical
people.
creatures that could live forever that
No,
don't
no.
really give a fuck about bacteria and don't need to wash their teeth. Anyways,
We're talking real people who
Okay.
can get HIV.
okay, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
So, you high-end floss. This is like a starter kit, so you're going to want to get a lot of it. About $30 to invest in floss.
What?
Just to start out as a vampire. Because, okay, so the other item that I checked on Amazon, you can get, for $96, you can get 24 pack of blood bags for $96. So I was like, well, if I get 24, that's almost a month's worth of blood, like per day. Almost every day you have a blood bag. So, you know, floss isn't that expensive, but you get enough for forever. Spend $30 on it. Why are you rubbing your nipples? We're talking about dental hygiene, and you're getting off over there.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so then $50 for a nice electric toothbrush. $1,000 for a dental visit to get your checkup and then also do a sharpening procedure. Proper set of vampire teeth. So like the one that they used in Interview for a Vampire, you can get a replica of that for $40. Now, here's the important part. Now, if you're going to commit to the vampire thing, you're going to want to sleep in a coffin. This is where things get costly. For a very cheap, super low-end, basic of the most basic coffin, $2,000. Now, you could make one yourself, but if you're going to buy one, about $2,000. If you want to go high-end, I found some that were like luxury with like a bed built into them for like $40,000. And then I already told you $96 for a 24 pack of blood bags. About $250 for a nice cape and ascot. The classic vampire stylings. And then it's about $70 for the highest end sunscreen that you can get, which you're going to want if you're going to commit to the vampire thing. So the total cost of all those grocery items on your list of becoming a vampire, $3,536. Almost double the cost of tampons for a lifetime. Now here's why I wrote this one. One, because I asked Crystal for an idea, and she's bad at helping until she comes up with her own. And she just goes, I don't know, tampons, come up with something from that. And I was like, fuck, dude. So then I remembered our whole vampire conversation, and you got mad at me, and I was like, all right, well, how much does it cost to turn yourself into a vampire? That's how we got there.
So basically what you're telling me is that it would be cheaper for me just to become a woman for the rest of my life than it would be for me to become a vampire for the rest of my life.
And you'd have all the blood you want.
I'm fucking Caitlyn Jenner in this shit, okay, is what I'm doing.
Don't become a vampire, become transgender.
Because
Almost the same thing. Save everybody a lot of money. You're exactly right.
What'd she say?
She said the woman should sell the tampons to the vampire, and there's a whole inside market loop there.
Tea time.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I knew I was gonna be able to throw it in there somewhere, dude.
I forgot all about that. I'm so glad I wrote that one now. That's perfect. Thank you, Honesty.
Oh god, my wife's amazing, dude.
She saved that one for me.
Oh my god, that's genius.
All right, we're gonna go to Crystal's round.
That's how we're gonna fucking make. I thought that was Crystal's round.
Oh, no, I did it backwards. I'm sorry.
I told you I wanted to do crystals.
Oh, Well, I fucked up.
Yeah, you're.
I
a
did my
dick.
round. Here's Crystal's round.
Fight.
Yeah. All right, you ready for this nonsense? So,
Oh, sorry, that one hurt a little bit. My bad. I'm ready now.
you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to get that one out. That one was like bothering me.
Okay.
Sorry.
It looked painful.
I'm sorry.
There's my burp.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm just sorry.
Here's how we got here.
I'm sorry.
I asked Crystal to help me with the game, and then she goes, tampons, I don't know, make something fucking funny out of that. And I was
Yeah.
like, thanks for your help. 10 minutes later, she's cracking up at her phone and won't say what she's laughing at. And then that's how we got to Googling hot dog insertion.
Oh, I totally forgot until like as you were explaining this to me. I was like, oh, this has something to do with hot dogs.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's what we could find. Here's what she thought was funny. Here's what she had me write instead of me coming up with it.
This is gonna be the only episode that she listens to because she's like, I came up with something. I probably shouldn't make fun of your wife on this one. If this is the one that she's gonna listen to, because she's just gonna beat my ass later.
Why did you give her such a, like, queenie voice, too?
I don't. Stop! Shut up! It's gonna be more shit that she's gonna beat my ass over.
Yeah.
She's gonna sound like a queen.
That reminds me, she told me before I came over here to tell you that she said you ain't shit. I forgot until now.
Fuck! Fuck! She's right. She's right.
She really did, dude. I'm not making that up. She's like, I'm walking out the door, and she's like, hey, I love you, and tell Austin he ain't shit. And I was like, will do. Love you too.
Damn, dude. Damn. Ouch.
All right, she got this from Quora,
Ouch.
the question and answer website. You know what I'm talking about? Is it still hurting from the burp, or did my wife, like, partially kill you over there?
Oh, God, your wife hates me. I know she does. I know she hates me.
She can, like, feel us talking about her, and she's just sending hate mentally your way, and that's why you're in pain?
This is why I have a headache.
Uh-huh. No, that was the fucking pop-up from earlier.
I'm on meth.
And the drinking. All right.
Anyways.
She got this from Quora. So a woman on Quora talking about how many dicks she was able to take at once. And I also have a rundown of the full list of that.
Okay.
So total number of dicks this one woman on Quora was able to take.
Okay.
While asking what's the record number of dicks other people have taken, which obviously that's why she's on Quora.
Yeah.
Versus the record number of hot dogs fit into a mouth. Which you said you had some experience with this.
Maybe.
Was it not your mouth? Am I wrong?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Okay. Yeah, so how many, what do you
How
think?
many dicks do I think that like a woman could take at one time?
With her body parts, not just dicks in a room. That's kind of cheating. It's not like a
No,
bukkake
no,
thing.
you're
It's
talking about like sticking dicks, like
You're
how many dicks
actively-
can I stick in my mouth, in my vagina, and in my asshole at one time?
actively pleasing
Yeah,
penises.
yeah. I guess that kind of depends, like how big are the dicks, you know? Like
real skinny, needly dicks.
then you could fit like 3 or 4 in your mouth, you know what I mean? And then your vagina can stretch pretty fucking far.
I mean, she went into detail.
We watched a video of a woman sticking a dude's head into her vagina the other day.
We did.
That's a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dicks.
That's a head's worth of dicks.
That's a head's worth of dick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll say 6.
It's like how many Earths could you fit in the sun, but how many dicks could you fit in your head?
Yeah. So, like, 6 dicks in the vagina. We'll say like 4 in the ass, and then we'll say like 4 in the mouth. So
Okay.
we'll go with like 14.
Okay.
And then
That's hilarious.
what was the other? How many hot dogs could one person fit in their mouth?
Yeah, just their mouth.
There was the one dude who fit like, was it like 40 something cigarettes in his mouth at one time?
This is an unofficial record that Crystal found.
Okay.
Okay. This
So-
isn't nearly as like checked and what's the
Researched
as the other ones. Are.
Okay. What did I say? 14 for the dicks?
Yeah, which that's hilarious to me.
Is it? Am I too high?
No. I think you're right on.
And then I'm gonna go with like 20 for hot dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You're wrong, but you're right.
Whoa,
You
what?
shot way too high with the dicks,
Oh.
and you definitely overshot with the hot dogs.
But I'm still right.
But you got one number correct, even though both guesses were wrong? The
What-
number 14 was right, but for the wrong thing.
Oh, for the hot dogs?
14 is the max number of hot dogs shoved into a mouth.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what's up. How
This
many
chick-
dicks could this chick take? So okay, let me be realistic here. We'll say
So you
'Cause
know
if
the
they're-
hot dogs is more.
if they're decent sized dicks, it'd be like I would say like 2 in the mouth, maybe 2 in the. Okay, yeah, but then trying to like
She's
get
got like 7 in her ass.
but trying to get guys like you can't get 7 guys
You're gonna love how creative this
behind
chick
you,
is.
like doing that.
Yeah.
So I'll say 7. I'll say half of what the hot dogs is.
You're pretty damn close. That's a
Yeah?
good guess. 9.
9.
9. She took 9.
She took
dicks.
9 dicks.
9 dicks.
So what? Like 3 in the mouth, 3 in the vagina, 3 in her asshole.
That would work, but you're right about the positioning. You're gonna love that this chick got creative because I didn't say they had to be inside
She had a
of her.
description with it.
They
Wait,
had they couldn't just be in the room.
Oh, you
Fuck
said 9?
yeah.
fuck. My wife's good, dude.
Honesty wins.
You're good. She knows how to take some
Wait,
dicks.
can you
let's
guess
just put
how
that
she
way.
did it? I'll start you off. There was 3 in the vag.
No, because it's
No.
not 9. That's
You're right about 2 in the mouth.
See, I was right about the 2 in the mouth. I said 2 in the mouth, 3 in the vag.
So here's the thing: they don't have to be inside the body. They just have
She
to
just
be.
has to be pleasing.
They just have to be being worked.
1 in her butt, 2 in each hand.
Okay, here's the rundown: 3 in her vagina,
Okay.
1 in the butt.
Yeah.
Okay,
2 in each hand.
2 in the mouth, which you're right.
Yeah.
1 in between the tits.
Oh, I forgot about tit fucking. How did I forget about that? I do that all the time.
And then 2 in each hand.
2 in each hand.
She's got big old man hands, and she's double cocking them.
That's what's up.
The balls are totally touching, and the shafts are full on shaft to shaft, like touching. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I would.
It's
I'd
only
be
gay
o-
if the balls touch.
I'd be okay touching dicks with you.
We're not gonna have this conversation.
I was wondering if you were gonna go with that or not. But it's okay.
No, I'm not comfortable. All right, well
I'm
that's
surprised my wife isn't ashamed of me. Well, she probably is. Let's be real here.
I can see your face.
She's nodding her head right now.
Yeah.
With like the straight face where she's just like,
Yeah.
yep, totally ashamed of him. For multiple reasons. It's not just this podcast. It's not just. It's just me. I'm just
Everything
em-
you are all
I'm,
the time.
I'm embarrassing. The only reason that she married me was for the money. But see, I didn't have money back then. But
Mhm.
she knew that there was the potential. She was like, I can whip him into shape to a point where he can make money.
Yeah.
So
That's what I tell myself to make myself feel better too.
okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was price check. Game 3 or 4 now? Is
I don't know. You're the one that's supposed to be keeping track of this. You're the
not-
host of the game.
I'm not
dude.
gonna keep track.
Yeah, well, that's your fault, not mine.
I don't know. I think next time we're gonna play Jeopardy. I'm gonna come up with some Jeopardy rounds.
Dude, that'd be great, man. I love these games.
Okay.
They're fucking fantastic.
They're hard to write, man.
Really?
No, not really. They're
Yeah,
fun.
shut
They're
up,
fun.
You fucking nerd. Break time?
Break time.
Break time. Meow. Okay, you guys, welcome back. Fuck my wife and fuck Wes.
Hey,
Yeah.
we were
Hey.
just talking, having a good time. That's
yeah.
all. Like,
Yeah. And I took a nap, and I feel better.
well, so what are you mad about?
Did you guys got to talk and have a good time?
But you got to take a nap.
And you guys get to do other things that I can't do.
I mean, you're okay.
It's not fair.
One day.
I remember what it is now. Speaking of things that you guys can do that I can't do.
That's
Did you
convenient.
see that the House passed a bill to
Oh yeah.
federally legalize marijuana?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hold on, let me actually pull up the article.
Wait, what?
Yeah, hold on.
How did I not? I
er-
haven't seen anything apparently. Like,
Hold on. House passes bill to federally legalize weed. Yeah, the MORE Act. Yeah, this is what I was reading earlier. The House Judiciary Committee has approved a bill Wednesday that would decriminalize marijuana at the federal level. The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, or the MORE Act, passed 24 to 10 after more than 2 hours of debate. It now heads to the full House. So sorry, not the full House, but the
It was
House
just-
Judiciary Committee
Yeah.
has passed it. So now it's going to the full House.
Hmm.
The bill would remove marijuana from the list of federally controlled substances, allow states to set their own marijuana policy, and require federal courts to expunge prior convictions for marijuana offenses. A 5% tax on marijuana products would also establish a trust fund for programs designed to help people disproportionately impacted by, quote-unquote, the war on drugs, including job training and treatment for substance abuse. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that should be.
Yay!
Okay, so what I'm curious about is how close of a margin it passed the Judiciary Committee. Like,
It says 24 to 10.
oh, I missed that part. I'm sorry. 24 to 10. Oh, okay.
The MORE Act passed 24 to 10 after more than 2 hours of debate.
Okay. Okay.
So, more than half.
yeah, that's a good margin. Well, then it's got more steps after it gets through the House.
Yeah.
But this is a good first step.
Yeah, somebody asked me, they're like, so what does that mean for us? And I was like,
Nothing right now.
it means it's a stepping stone, is
Yeah.
all it means. Like, it means that they're trying to attack it on a federal level, and they're doing the steps. And this is like the first step.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just started on the first step of like 50 steps
Mm-hmm.
of getting to it being federally legalized. Because, we would have to vote on all that shit, and then it has to go through the House
Then Senate.
and the Senate, which good luck with all that.
Then it goes across the president's desk.
Don't even get me started on that. And I don't understand how anybody has an issue with it. Like, I don't know. No weed smoker is like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if I don't smoke a bowl.
Yeah.
Or like nobody really robs people if they can't smoke weed. Like, it happens, but far way less than like meth people break into your car to steal money so they can get meth.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, And especially if you make weed like way more available, like you'll have the crime rate for weed would be even fucking less. Like, it'd be basically non-existent.
It's like CBD. Like, I can buy a pack of CBD cigarettes at my local gas station now,
Right.
and it's not an issue.
Right. If I could buy a pack of like just weed cigarettes with
Yeah.
THC in it, dude, like that wouldn't be an issue at all.
That's basically what I'm buying, just without the THC. Like,
Yeah.
it's just hemp with CBD. It's the other version of weed. So, like,
So one of the things that we were like me and my wife were talking about with like what would that mean for somebody like me, where like if it's legalized federally, can my job still drug test for it and still deny me the job?
pretty sure, especially in Ohio. Ohio's a work at will state, so it's pretty much up to the employer whether or not they employ or fire you at will
Yeah.
for whatever reason they deem appropriate.
But that sucks because if I'm one of those people that only smokes when I go home, just like a person that only drinks when they go home, but I could do it at the beginning of the month. I
Yeah.
could smoke once on a Saturday night. I didn't work at all. I don't have to work the next day. I smoke on a Saturday night. I get drug tested 3 weeks later,
Yeah,
and I fail, and then they fire me because of that.
yeah.
Like that is where I'm like that shit's stupid.
Well, people get away with it with alcohol too. Like, you can take a lunch and drink a beer, and nobody will know the better. But it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you're
I-
not supposed to be drunk at work. But if you get drug tested for alcohol, that's out of your system in a couple hours.
Yeah, I used to drink it working in the restaurant industry. I used to drink all the time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Go
So-
on my lunch break and go to the fucking bar and have a few drinks and then go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Managers that I've worked for is what I'm gonna say. Will take lunches and have a beer with their lunch and then come back like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I can't go smoke and come back like it's nothing. If they think
No.
I've smoked and drug test me, doesn't matter when it was. Especially for somebody who has a high tolerance level and smokes as often as I do.
It could have been 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it could have been a couple months ago. Who knows, given my metabolism and how much
Mhm.
like body fat I have, because THC stores itself in your fat, not in your blood.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So, I mean, this is like a step, but then it also doesn't mean shit for people like me, which I also think is an issue. Where, like, you can drug test for alcohol, you know, but so like if somebody accused me of being high at work, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Well, and they're like, well, take a drug test. But like we've talked about before in Ohio, that they don't have the ability to test how much THC is in your system.
Just that there is.
Just that there is
Yeah.
THC in your system. That's a huge issue.
Mhm.
Like, too, where it just makes it's still difficult. And I don't know, if it becomes federally legal, then I don't feel like they should be able to drug test for it. I mean, they still drug test for alcohol when I go and take my drug test, but it's like, why?
Yeah.
You think I'm going to drink a beer before I fucking come in to take a drug test? Like, I guess if I was a full-on alcoholic, then yeah, I probably would. And, like, I get that. But, like, still, I mean...
You think about that like a screen with big holes. It's letting most things through.
Yeah.
It's just catching the very few that
Yeah.
do come in drunk to the piss test.
But if we're talking about THC, like, then I think that where it should be more readily available that they can test how much THC you have in your system. And if you're going to accuse me of being high at work, then you have to test me right then. Like, you're like, okay, well, I accuse you of being high at work. I need you to go take a drug test right now.
Yeah.
And then you go and do that, and then depending on the amount. But then, like, would it affect me if I had smoked the night before? Like, when I got home?
See,
And,
that's
like, let's
that's
say
the
I
thing.
smoked a whole bunch, and now there's, like, a certain level in my system, but I didn't smoke that day. Like, I'm not high at work.
Yeah.
But because I smoked the night before and smoked a whole bunch, it makes it seem like I was, or, like, because of the percentage that's in my bloodstream or whatever.
Yeah. Not even just in Ohio, but technology as far as like drug testing for THC isn't at the level where they can take it down to hours or even within a couple days. It's if you smoked a couple days ago, it'll show up. Like
Yeah.
that's just where we're at right now. So the problem is the technology. But I'm cautious of like testing more. I mean, I get why you would, especially in a state like Ohio, so that you can defend yourself when you're not high. But I think these are all good steps to changing the perception, which public perception of weed has changed massively in the past decade, which is a great
Yes,
thing. And
for
then
sure.
this going through the Judiciary Committee is another step in changing that perception and getting people who are still against it for whatever reason on that side. So maybe public perception will change enough that employers who do still drug test for THC, it'll be a bad look for them eventually, and they'll stop doing it.
Which I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do hope it gets to that point. And I mean, I've had people in all professions, like no matter what I've done in my life, I've had people like I end up talking to them about weed and shit, and they're like, "Yeah, I fake my drug test. Like, there's ways to fake the drug test. So like, the only reason I smoke is because I'm in pain. Like, I work so much that I'm in pain, so I go home and I smoke a bowl and I feel better, and like it helps me go to sleep. And I'm like, I totally agree with you on that shit. Like, yeah. So.
This is like we said, good steps, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to talk about. on
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So you want to watch a senator fart now?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, so there's been a huge debate about whether or not this guy actually farted. If you just type in senator fart into YouTube or Google, it'll come up.
How do you spell senator?
You got it. You got it. You're good. You're good.
It was a joke, man. Chill out. God damn. Did Representative Eric Swalwell
Yep.
fart
That's the
on
one.
live TV? I want to find the actual, like, 'cause that's like another podcast talking about it.
Oh, well, that's the clip. If you maybe if you type in Eric Swalwell fart, that'll be a better search.
Okay.
I forgot the guy's name. That's why I just said senator. He's been fairly in the spotlight lately because of all the Trump impeachment stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this was actually at a Trump impeachment hearing that this happened.
No shit. Well, hopefully no
So
shit.
I'll give you the rundowns on the theories of what this is after we watch the video.
Okay, if it'll ever play.
Yeah, come on.
Chris, so
There we
far,
go.
The
This is
evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
And the complaint that I've heard from
Oh,
Republicans all last week was
Watch
that
his
he like
face.
kind of smirks, dude.
Yeah.
He kind of smirks when he does it. Hold on, hold
Listen
on.
to the lead into it
It's
too.
uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
Pause.
And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was that you don't have any.
Why would you
heard the
pause
call.
it right
Chris,
there in
so
the
far,
sentence if you
the
weren't
evidence
farting?
Is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've
To
heard
ask
from
him
Republicans
to cheat
all last week was that
in
you
an
don't have
election.
anyone who heard the call.
Like you did it. I think you did.
All right.
I like how it's hashtag fartgate.
Everything's fucking gate now. Like,
It's hilarious.
yeah. So theory that I've heard that I think might be plausible, and we might have to listen to it a few more times, just because once you hear this, you might be able to visualize what this is in your head. So in the room where they're producing and watching the live feed of this, caught on audio of the camera, somebody slid a ceramic mug across the table.
Oh.
Maybe.
Or like even like a chair.
It kind of sounds like a chair to me.
Contradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
It kind of sounds like a ceramic mug, right?
All last week
it
was
does
that you
kind of
don't
sound
have
like it
anyone
could
who
be
heard
like
the
a
call.
chair, like sliding across the ground or something like that.
Yeah.
Like somebody went to go sit down and it was like,
Uh
you
huh.
know, sort of shit. Like have you ever moved like moving a metal chair across like
Classroom?
yeah.
Mhm.
I was trying to think of the specific name of the floor.
Oh, like the ceramic tile?
Yeah, like moving it across that, and sometimes it kind of makes that noise, or like moving a table like that, where the leg, you know, like catches and then,
Especially if it has
moves.
those rubber stoppers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Kind of sounds like it, right?
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat
But
an
he
election.
pauses.
And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was that you don't have anyone who heard the
Ooh,
call
buddy.
to help him cheat.
The top comment. He actually hesitates as he squeezes it out.
So what does he have to say about it?
He's denying it.
Well, then, did he watch somebody, you know, like move a chair or something? Like, is he saying like it was so and so moving a chair?
I think there's a denial video where he was being interviewed. I didn't watch that. I've just I listened to a podcast about it because you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like 4 or 5 minute long videos.
Yeah, I don't got
Yeah.
time for that.
Howard Stern investigates.
That's hilarious.
Gotta love Howard. Except for the fact that he doesn't like podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Howard Stern.
He says podcasts are stupid.
Howard Stern,
I think he may have come around, but there was a whole big thing where he
who
was
has
like,
the Howard Stern show,
yeah.
that people could listen to just the audio of it.
He thinks it's not radio and that it's bad. Because it's not radio.
Oh.
Or at least he did. He may have changed it, but that's
Why?
definitely what I've heard
no,
about him.
No. Because why? Why?
'Cause it's
Because
not
I can
part
do
of-
whatever the fuck I want to, or because it's not on actual public access radio?
Well, that would be the argument, but like, I guess he thinks that it's got to fit within like the built-in structure of how things go for it to be considered legit. So if you just start a thing on your own, that's not a real show. Go fuck yourself. I think is kind of his. Like, he doesn't like the whole punk rock attitude of it, where he's like, nah, you're not punk
'cause
rock.
he's old.
You're lame.
It's because he's old.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. no,
Anyway,
fuck
that's
that
not a fart that we're talking. Let's go back to the fart.
I think he did.
It's more fun to believe that he did, especially because what he's talking about is so serious that for him to pause on the word cheat
And he
then
hesitated.
in an election and then fart on that sentence.
Hold on, I want to listen to it like one more time.
Chris, so far, the evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was that you don't have anyone who heard the call. Chris, so
It's
far,
tough
the
because it doesn't
evidence
pause like
is
that anywhere else.
Chris, so far, the evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars
the only
to ask
place
the
where he
Ukrainians
pauses
to help
like
him
that.
cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was that you don't have anyone who heard the call. Chris, so far, the evidence...
But what kind of mic do they have that it's picking up his asshole noises?
That was a loud fart, man. That was a loud fart. And his smirk, too. Like, you can see it on his face that he, like, smirks about it.
He looks happy right now, where we've got
Yeah.
him paused. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you guys find this video, it's
Literally 8 seconds in.
who posted this video? Evening Standard. All right, so it's the Evening Standard version of Eric Swalwell farting. Hashtag Fartgate. 8 seconds in. Pause it. This guy is straight happy about that fart.
to help him cheat an
He looks
election.
relieved.
And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was
7-8 seconds in.
to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans
Fuck you, dude. That's a lot of work you're making me do.
You don't have to do all that. You don't have to, I'm just fucking around. You don't have to do all that.
I can set a clip on repeat. It's not that much work.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's a fun one though, right?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I know you don't want to talk about politics, so I'm finding ways to work it in
Yeah.
with fart humor.
Yeah. Because all we are is fucking toilet humor. Let's be real here.
Yep. Don't take us seriously.
No, please don't.
We're just supposed to be entertaining because we kind of entertain ourselves. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. Like, don't take us serious.
Oh my god. Durka.
Did you forget stuff?
I remembered what it was that I wanted
Okay.
to talk about
It's
now.
not the weed?
The weed thing was one of them, but
Okay.
that
nap really helped you out, man.
we have a new segment.
We have a new segment?
We have a new segment.
Okay.
Finally. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Viewer voicemail.
Oh, yeah. The
Viewer
voicemails.
fucking
I
voicemail.
forgot.
Yes, I know.
I'm so glad I sent those to you before.
I know. Yes. So,
Fuck, dude. I can't believe I forgot about that.
we've had two
I
people.
was excited about this.
We've had two people send in voicemails. Which one should we listen to first?
Well, don't make me pick because you're just an asshole and you know why. So to make me pick is like, who do you love more?
We're gonna go with number 2 first. I like number 2 first. Is that the right one? Yeah. We're gonna listen to number 2 first.
You were like,
Yes.
you fucking dick.
So, I've been listening to your podcast,
Who could this be?
and I gotta say,
I don't
I
know.
think it's very offensive that you make fun of me.
Who are
and by
you?
smoking for 55 years.
Somebody thinks that we're making fun of
My name is Gretna,
Gretna.
and I'm very upset at you guys.
That name
and
sounds
I think
familiar.
that you should quit making fun of my voice.
So Gretna is obviously very pissed off.
Because you're making fun of her voice. I mean, I guess I'm guilty by association.
Yeah,
but-
definitely. You have what's the word?
The bird. Bird is the word, man.
You pushed me to continue to do the voice. So
No, I did not.
yes, you have.
I didn't egg you on.
Yes, you have.
No,
Yes,
you
you
were
have.
not bullied
It's
into making fun of Gretna, who we are now. I'm bullying you into bullying her, is what you're telling me? You can
Yes.
fuck off.
Oh,
And our
God.
listeners should know exactly why that you should fuck off.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. They
It's not-
should just know.
It's not me.
They know.
It's not me.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying our listeners are smart. I'm giving them at least that much credit.
Okay.
And you should fuck off. I liked
Gretna's
it.
mad. That's all I know.
I mean, I'm sorry to Gretna.
I'm sorry, Gretna.
I mean, that, like, you do a lot of stereotypical accents and voices, and maybe we should tone those down a little bit. Maybe we should work on our accent. No, we're not gonna do
No.
that.
No. No.
Especially since that wasn't actually real criticism.
No.
Fuck off.
Right.
We don't care.
Oh God. Okay, now to get to like the serious voicemail that
This
we
is
got.
an actual
This
voicemail
is-
from
yeah,
a real person.
Yeah. This is a real voicemail from a real person.
Who doesn't smoke every day for 55 years.
I love the this is a real breakup letter from a real person.
Yeah.
Dear loser, Chris. I'm sorry that you think that I like you,
It feels like
hate you more than anything in this damn world.
it's hard to tell what age person that was written by.
Right, right. I'd rather date a spider or a rat. Anyways,
I love that you've committed that to memory.
oh, I watched it so many times.
Yeah.
Like so many times. And I hate you more than anything in this damn world. It was just the dude was hilarious because he's like this. Oh, it was the dramatic reading of a real breakup letter. If you search that on YouTube, you can find it. There's like 2 videos, but the first video is like the A1 sauce, and it's just hilarious. The dude does a good job of reading it dramatically.
Yeah, he does.
I wonder if he is Chris.
Maybe it's like a letter from when he was in like junior high or something.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he like kind of giggles at some parts too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, getting to this voicemail, he says who it is, so we'll just listen to this.
Hey, Blue Skies, this is Ian from
Hi, Ian.
your good old sister company, Broskies and Brewskis. I just
Shout
got done
out.
listening to your October 18th episode
Damn,
of
he's got the date.
Blue Skies, the Lady in the Lamp episode, where
And an
Wes talked
episode
about
title.
It's a good
paranormal
episode.
stuff and all that stuff. And just let me first off say I do believe in supernatural things that we can't explain. But Wes was talking about the Ouija board thing. And
Fucking
yes,
get
it is
to the
made by
point.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
But
Come
he
on,
said how
Ian.
it wouldn't really work with 2 people. But there is a story in my family where my mom and dad used a Ouija board. It was during the 90s.
Passed down
Early
through the
90s.
ages.
It was like maybe 92. And they were having trouble with getting pregnant. And they wanted a kid really badly. And they were using this Ouija board. And I think that the first few times it was for
Why?
just fun. And then they asked it. They asked when will they have a kid, and then it said when. They said will we have a kid, and it moved with only 2 people using this thing. Moved to yes, and then after that, they asked when will it be, and it gave my birth year, which was 1995. And my mom freaked out after that. She said, "This thing,
Don't
I
dox
don't want it in
yourself."
my house anymore." Picked
Right.
it up, packed it back in the box, and threw it away outside in the trash can. So, yes, it can work with 2 people. I don't know. I can't explain how that happened. Was it their just mental state? I don't know. Maybe. But it is a fun, interesting story, and maybe you guys could talk about it. I know you guys like trying to get messages.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
So, I mean, if you just want to talk about this more, I think it's
Trying.
fun. So, yeah, just, I don't know. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.
You have a good fucking day, sir.
First of all,
trying to get messages.
I know you guys like trying to get messages.
next time you call in, get to the goddamn point. Like, write your shit down or something, because every other word.
Have a good day, you guys. Bye.
Was kind
Nah,
of frustrating.
I get it.
No, I
Leaving
get
a
it too.
voicemail's scary.
I know. Your first time leaving it gets a little scary. But he's
Maybe do a second take. next time.
so yeah. So we were right about Hasbro making the Ouija boards.
Yeah.
So there was that. And that is kind of an interesting story.
Yeah, I've heard similar story. I mean, not that story. I've never heard that exact story, but like, I think my issue, being the skeptic that I am, is that he acknowledges himself while telling us the story that like they were desperate. They were trying to have a kid, and they were like young in their life, so it was like a hard time for them, and they're trying to get pregnant. It's not working. So like
What
in
if they?
that mental state, I could see that they would want the Ouija board to say what they want.
Yeah, but what if they were like after that happened? They were like, okay, well, the whole year of 1995, we're like not gonna try and get pregnant,
Well, then that'd
just
be
to
magic.
be like a fuck you, and then all of a sudden she becomes like not the Virgin Mary, but a
she
form of that.
immaculate conception, where like
Yeah,
she gets pregnant no matter what.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, their marriage would have probably ended, and Ian would have grown up much differently. Because then it's
Well,
like you
what if he-
cheated on me.
Oh yeah, good point. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
like, I want a paternity test.
I mean, he might believe that given the Ouija board experience, maybe.
true.
Yeah.
And then the
Huh.
fact that they were like, yeah, we're not gonna get pregnant just because the Ouija board said this.
Yeah. I didn't see. That's an angle that I hadn't thought about. Is like being scared of the advice from the Ouija board. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have a baby. It's gonna be a demon.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought of that because I was just thinking about the story. Like they want a baby. The Ouija board said you're gonna have a baby, and then they had a baby. Which like,
Yeah, but it gave the exact date though.
yeah, but a whole year. Like
A
I'm not.
year.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, but if he's saying that this was in like
If it was
1992,
the exact date, they're trying to have kids and they're having a rough time. 3 years of trying. It's not unheard of.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me and my wife like 6 months or something like that.
To Crystal and I almost a year. We thought we were
Yeah.
impotent.
It got to that point too for me and
Yeah.
me and my wife where we were like, maybe we should go get checked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. I think it is a fun and interesting story, as he put it, giving a little too much credit. No, I love you.
hate us.
I love you, Ian. I love you. I'm just giving you shit because it's funny. But
Oh god.
go listen to their podcast. They're great. But
Broskies and brewskis.
yeah. But what like I said, there's just too much wiggle room for the skeptic in me to be like, yeah, that's concrete evidence of a ghost, bro. Like,
I don't think it's concrete evidence of a ghost, but I do think that it is. It makes you think, you know, that because they could. There's no. Well, okay. So talking about like your subconscious brain and how your body like works with your brain and how your like does your subconscious brain know that your body is not going to be able to reproduce until like 3 years later.
possibly.
And so like then it's just subconsciously like moving that Ouija board to the certain date, knowing that within that year, in that 3-year time span, that's when you'll be able to have a baby.
I mean, I wouldn't write that off as a better explanation than demons or possessed Ouija board or like a spirit guiding you from the other side, because like your body does run on metabolic cycles, and you do have a circadian rhythm, and those are all not, you're not aware of those things happening. They just happen and you experience them consciously. You don't know, oh, my circadian rhythm is at this point in its time.
Yeah.
You just feel the effects of that happening. And it's also like, I don't know the exact next word that I'm going to say unless I stop and think about the whole sentence like I just did with that pause there. But it's not like there's not a voice inside my head that says the word that I'm aware of, that says it to my consciousness, that then goes to the mouth, say the word. You know,
Yeah.
there's a step that we're unaware of before the word comes out of my mouth, and I couldn't explain to you how it got there. It's just I know I'm talking about this topic. So when it comes to the brain, I don't write a lot of things off that it's capable of, because we have very limited understanding of how that shit works.
Does your subconscious know the future?
Maybe to an extent about itself, you know, like maybe it's aware of
But-
things
but
within your
getting
body.
pregnant-
Yeah,
Would be one of those things.
yeah. So it's telling the future, which would explain
Buddy.
like why people think clairvoyance and like
Deja
empaths
vu.
and stuff are like for people who can tell the future. Like maybe some people do have a better sense of their internal rhythms to the point where they can guess certain things accurately.
That'd be cool. I wish I had that.
See, I don't put that beyond the realm of possibility, but I also like, I just need the thing that says that's the thing that's happening. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
I need clear evidence.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gretna, for your concern.
Thanks, yeah.
And I apologize. Sorry, Gretna.
Yeah, we're sorry. Move on.
And
The fuck are you doing? Dude, I listened to that and I was like, cute.
do you like how I set up my own segment for myself? Like...
Yeah. It's like, I guess we're doing this then. All right, fine. I'm going to make bad games from now on and make you sit through them.
And seriously, thank you, Ian, for calling in and giving us that story. It is a very interesting story, and wondering, is it your subconscious, or is the Ouija board possessed?
Or somehow connected to a dimension
demon?
or an energy that we can't know.
Right. Let us know what you guys think, or if you've had experiences with Ouija boards. You can call us like Ian did at 614-600-2056, or you can email us at blueskiespodcast@gmail.com, or you can go onto our Instagram at blueskiespod, or you can go onto our Facebook at Blue Skies from the Basement, or you can hit us up on Twitter, Blue Skies
Pod?
Mm-hmm. Or you can just suck on Wes's left nipple.
Why is it always the left?
I don't know.
That's always bothered me. Everybody always says the left one. And whether it's nut, nipple, or toe, or whatever
because
the
you
fuck.
save the right one for the right people.
That makes sense. Okay, fair.
All right.
Okay. I like that.
Is there anything else?
Donate. Did you say that?
Oh, I wasn't really plugging, but I guess I can. You can donate to the podcast at Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all Blue Skies Podcast, Blue Skies Pod, whatever.
If you turn it off when we start doing the plugs, this is not the end. Do not turn it off.
No, stop.
Screw you.
Stop. No, we were just doing that because I want you to write into us, and I gave you the reasons why you should write in, or the places that you could go to write into us.
Yeah. Calm down. This is not the end of the show.
Also, we have merch at teespublic.com / it's you can't put Blue Skies from the Basement. It won't come up.
Really?
Yeah, I put it in the search bar and it would not come up.
Oh, I'll add that as a tag then. Because it works for me on my end, which is weird.
I wonder if I was doing it in the wrong search area, but I'm pretty sure I put in teespublic / Blue Skies from the Basement and it said no search results.
Huh.
But if you put BS
FTB,
it'll come up.
Yeah.
So teespublic.com /
it's T-Public.
Did I say tease?
Yeah.
I don't know why I do that.
We should spell it out too. We should stop fucking up. We should stop.
www.
You don't have to do the wwws.
PUBLIC.com / .com / BSFTB.
There you go.
Find our merch there. There's actually a new design up, so check it out. There's plenty of different things you can get: t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, pillows, whole bunch of shit. So check it out.
There's 2 more designs coming. I'm almost done.
Hell yeah. Part of the proceeds goes towards us, so that would be awesome. I think that's it. I think I plugged everything.
Yeah. With T-Public too, make sure if you do check in and things aren't on sale right now, check back in a week and they might be on sale. Like every couple weeks, T-Public goes on to a 35% off.
Yeah.
Site-wide sale on everything.
Something that was like $33 is now like $20.
I got a bunch of stickers for like $5 plus shipping.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give me some of those?
I'm gonna give you a couple stickers. Yeah.
Yay! I want stickers. Yeah, that's all for plugs.
Okay.
And you want to go into the next segment, or you got anything that you want to throw in there?
I actually gotta pee real quick.
You gotta pee?
I gotta pee real
Are
quick.
you fucking shitting me, dude?
I haven't peed this whole time. Even when we went on break, I didn't piss. I'm sorry.
We're just gonna take another break so I can go smoke the rest of my fucking cigarette.
Okay.
Since y'all had your little fucking fun, I didn't get to smoke a cigarette. You can kiss my fucking a-hole.
You can complain, but I'm gonna go take a piss.
Welcome back again. for all you old people out there, stop telling young people or stop asking them why are they so tired all the time. Because we have lives outside of work, okay?
Contrary to popular belief, millennials and Gen Z works hard.
Yeah, and we're tired too, okay? Yeah. So anyways, to a segment you guys know and love, and we know and hate.
This book can go to book hell.
2,000 questions about me.
Who gave this to you again?
Caitlin and Shane. See, they gave it to me, and I was like, oh, this is great. We're going to do this on the podcast, and it'll be awesome. And now I'm like, I wish you would have never fucking given me this book. I wish we didn't start this, because now it's a thing, and we got to finish it.
A gift that turned into a curse.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so question 716. Have you ever burned a bridge on purpose, and how do you feel about that now?
Ooh. That's an intense question to start off with.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, it's 716, so the book isn't starting off that deep, but we're going to get that deep.
I don't know. I mean, there's a few things that come to mind that I don't know necessarily fit, but there's times where I was definitely a jerk that I now kind of regret, but like I did it because I hated the person. I don't want to say names, but there was a dude in high school that was just obnoxious,
Yeah.
and I sat at the potpourri of people who didn't fit anywhere else table at lunch.
Yeah.
And he was one of those dudes, and he was just always talking about like medical journals and stuff that he supposedly read all the time, and just random shit. Or he'd like deep throat a burrito.
Okay.
Like, we'd be having burritos for lunch, and he'd just eat one bite the whole thing, and it was entertaining sometimes, but most of the time, just like, dude, I'm. It's 8
Just
in the
go
morning.
do porn, dude.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that dude, one time at lunch, he was trying to get people to go stand in line with him for seconds, and he didn't want to be up there by himself. And so he asked everybody around the table, and everybody was like, nah, sorry, man. And then he got to me, and without looking up from my lunch, I was staring down at it. He goes, Wes, will you come up with me? And I was like, I'd rather die. And I didn't think about it. I didn't even look at him. I was mostly unaware of what was happening. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
And everybody at the table goes silent and then cracks up laughing. And then I look up because I'm like, what did I do?
Everybody was like, holy shit, he said what I wanted to say.
That dude, pretty soon after that, stopped being friendly to me at all.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
And at the time, I was pretty thankful. I was like, that was one of the greatest things I've ever done. But now it's like, I was a huge douche.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've burned a few bridges. One of our mutual friends, over something stupid. I can't remember what the argument was about. But I mean,
Yeah, I know.
what
I
I'm
know what you're talking about, yeah.
So that was one person, and I kind of feel shitty about it now. But we kind of like hashed it out, I guess, somewhat. But we were never as close as we were before that.
Yeah.
And it upsets me. I do kind of like wish that had never happened and that I would have dealt with it in a different way. But I was also young and fucking stupid and did some things or probably did and said some things I shouldn't have. And so there's a few bridges that I am upset that I burned. And then there's also some which you also know about that happened recently that I'm happy that I burned those bridges.
Yeah.
And I will never go back to that fucking bridge and try and repair it.
I don't blame you on that one. That shit was rough.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what you did. It just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put dynamite underneath that bridge and fucking set that shit off. But the other person I kind of miss them, and I'm glad that they're doing well, and just wish nothing but the best for them, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've burned some bridges that I don't wish that I would have, and then there's also some that I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, moving on. What law do you think should be more of a personal choice instead of a law? I don't think we need to answer. That's a rhetorical. We've already talked about this.
We talked about it this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's marijuana, okay? For those of you that can't catch on and catch the drift, you can't smell what I'm stepping in.
Places where you're not allowed to. I'll add on to this.
Okay.
Places where you're not allowed to walk on the grass.
Oh, yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
I
else is the
agree.
grass like?
I agree.
Things walk in grass.
It's all for presentation.
That's so stupid.
They want it to be like clean cut and like, yeah.
We're the worst. People are the worst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a dude that like we lived next to when I lived off of lived by Independence. Our neighbor, literally our next door neighbor, like was just completely anal about his fucking yard, dude. And like there'd be times like I would be running down the street to go and run down the street and like step on the corner of his grass, and he would like for some reason be sitting there watching me and would yell at me to go and fluff his grass back up.
What?
Yeah.
I've heard of like yelling at people, but like fluff that up.
Fluff that grass back up. Yeah. Just the corner of it too. Like it's not like I ran through the middle of his yard. It was just the corner of it, like right where our driveway meets the sidewalk.
Find better things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was crazy. Do you have a favorite YouTube channel? What is it?
Philip DeFranco.
Really?
Yeah, the one that I showed you where I was like, this is what our videos should look like.
Yeah.
That dude's great.
Mine is nothing. The CS:GO player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause I like idolize him and just how good he is at the game and like his game sense and stuff. And then also I just enjoy his him and Shroud. I love their videos.
Yeah.
Like I could watch them. And Chris Ramsey too.
Okay. He's also in my subscribed list. I think that'd be an interesting thing for us to do if people care at all. But I'll take a snapshot of my top like 20 subscribed. And
Yeah.
post that so you guys can see.
Hoonigan too.
Yeah.
Like I'm just giving you my like. These are the only subscriptions that I have. I could basically tell you all of them like right now.
Got like 50.
Oh, see, I don't have that many. It's
Yeah.
like Hoonigan, Nothing, Shroud, Chris Ramsey, Nade King. That's another one. Which like most of these are like CS:GO video game players.
They all sound like them. Yeah.
Jimmy Broadbent, which does like the simulation driving.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's like my top
Okay.
YouTube subscriber that I like follow them like on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
constantly going back and looking up their new videos and shit.
If I had a top 3, it'd be Philip DeFranco, who does balanced and covers everything from like YouTube news to global news. So it's like dumb internet shit to the things that are really happening and in a way that's not biased. Really
Yeah.
enjoy that. Then I'd go Vsauce, which I'm kind of cheating with that one because they have 3 channels, but those are all just like interesting science and physics in a way that they make it really fun and entertaining, but also super informative and educational.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of that shit. And then I have to go with Zay Frank, which is ZE and then Frank and then the number 1. He does comedy videos. You might have seen like the true facts about whatever animal video. Like he does a whole series called True Facts, and it's about different types of animals, and they're all fucking hilarious. We should watch one sometime on the podcast.
Okay. Fair enough. What's the most annoying bill you have to pay? Rent.
I want to say Podbean,
Oh,
but that seems rude. Like,
Yeah.
it makes me mad paying for it, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Nah, rent's probably my most annoying one.
Rent sucks because it's a thing that doesn't go away when you're living the apartment life. It's just
Yeah.
like I'm just throwing money into this hole forever. And
Yeah.
it's not gonna come back.
We've been looking at like houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we found out that if we can get our credit up just a few more points, that we could afford to get a loan for a house, and we would pay about what we pay right now
Yeah,
for our apartment for like a 4-bedroom house.
nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I was actually surprised when we started looking too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not that bad. We just gotta fix our credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So credit is a real thing.
Imagine that.
Your secret obsession.
It's not a secret. Y'all know I love jerking it. My secret what am I obsessed with that I don't tell people about? Gwen Stefani.
Really?
I really like Gwen Stefani. Like, no
like
doubt.
you find her attractive?
No. I like No Doubt era Gwen Stefani. And I find her attractive then. And still now, but like, I don't know. I just like, I don't. I see. I'm embarrassed now. The way you're
I
looking
don't
at me.
want you to be embarrassed. I just, I never would have thought that would be what it was.
All that can come to mind is that I'm secretly obsessed with Gwen Stefani. I don't think she's ever made a bad song or done anything wrong, even though she totally has.
Wow.
I like it all.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
That's gonna be controversial. People really don't like Gwen Stefani.
I don't know if I have like a secret obsession because I'm such an open book, dude.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about a lot of shit, and I'm usually not afraid to like tell people about things that I like.
No,
and
you're
shit
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything that's like secret. I mean, I could go into like. No, because that's not that. No, we've talked about that too, and there's
not much is off limits with you.
No,
Yeah.
there's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't really have a secret obsession because I'm mostly just like an open book.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's a really tough question for me.
I mean, you got all that Hitler stuff in your closet, but
That's not true. Anybody listening, that's not true.
you ordered that spoon from the episode.
That's not.
I saw the box sitting outside when I showed up.
That one's true. I did go and buy. I realized how cheap it was and that I could afford it, so I went and bought it.
$900 something or something. I forget.
My secret obsession is U.S.
Well, that's not a secret either.
No, it's not. But
we're doing
it
a
is
podcast.
To you. You don't know how far it goes.
No.
For all you know, I could like jerk off to your Instagram photos.
I know about that.
Oh, okay. Again, nothing's a secret with me. I'm just out there. I don't really give a shit what you think. You have a right to your own opinion, and that's that.
Okay.
What is the scariest insect you can think of?
I don't like those big fucking red centipedes, like the ones that live like in other countries.
Yes.
Those.
Yes.
No.
I totally agree with you on that.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
There's this dude on YouTube, speaking of YouTube channels, who his whole channel is look at this crazy shit I've got in my house, and it's all just like the worst, most venomous, poisonous insects like possible.
Fuck that.
Yeah. And he's got a video all about like, I've got this cage with no top that has this giant like 3-foot long centipede in it, and watch me feed it, and it's fucked up. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. Okay, I totally agree with you on that one. Yep. Nope. What hobby or activity do you think is totally boring that other people enjoy?
You go first.
What hobby or activity do I think is totally boring but that other people enjoy? Knitting. Or like crocheting something.
Man, if you really want my wife to hate you, then that's the one to pick.
This is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves crocheting.
Well, that's just my own opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, again, you can have your own opinion, and that's fine.
All right.
So
You're just one step further away from Crystal being on your side.
She's
ever.
never gonna be on my side. Can we just agree on that? That she will always hate me. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. I could love
It's
crocheting.
because you love me.
Yeah. Duh. And that'll never stop. Okay. I could love crocheting, and she would still be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
She's like, "Your crocheting sucks."
She's coming around. I don't understand people who collect most things. Like stamp collecting as like a hobby does not make sense to me. When I was like 8, somebody gave me one of those quarter books that have the little cutout little indents that are quarter size that you can push all the state quarters into, a spot for every state. And I was like, I didn't do it because it was like, what? Why am I gonna do this?
I did do that, but I was also like 6.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
get it at that age, but as an adult collecting most things, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, I can agree with that. But what about like Pokemon cards? Would you ever collect like Pokemon cards?
Just collecting them, I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay.
If you enjoy it as a game and
We
And-
don't think that most people that collect Pokemon cards enjoy it as a game, but then then going into the whole stamps thing, like there's not a game for stamps.
Yeah,
okay?
it's like exactly.
You're just collecting stamps.
It's not a part of a bigger universe that would make sense to me why you would be into it. It's just
Well,
you're into history, I guess.
I mean, can you make money off of it? Like eventually you're like, I'm gonna sell my stamp collection and like retire or something like that.
I'm gonna put my grandma on blast. She collects
Oh yeah,
thimbles to the point
Yeah.
where she has thousands upon thousands of them.
little towns
Yeah,
of thimbles.
she has
bro.
them sorted by theme,
Yeah.
as in like she even has a subcategory of racist thimbles. Where you know, like those old Gollywog dolls that are like the fucked up depiction of black people with the big red lips? She has a
Yeah.
thimble of that.
No shit.
Just because it exists, she has it. And it's not because she agrees. I mean, I'm not bringing it up because my grandma's racist. I'm just saying that, like, she has every thimble you can imagine. And there's still some out there that you haven't imagined, and she's trying to get those. And it's like, why? And she's into sewing, she's into embroidery, I get that. But, like, just having more than, like, 10 thimbles, I'm like, stop it.
Dude, she's got a whole bunch. I remember the first time I saw him, and I was in awe. I was in awe. I was like, this is crazy. Like,
She has a thimble museum in her
L-
house.
literally. Like, that is fucking crazy.
It's intense.
Okay, so yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And like, I used to collect like the die-cast cars and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But that, I mean, I played with them.
Yeah.
I didn't like keep them in the box or anything. Like I had them out, would mess around with them and shit. Would like set them up in different ways, shit like that. Yeah. So
I think my beef is just with not growing out of it. Because I collected stuff as like I had Beanie Babies, and I had Pokemon cards, and I had Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon, and I had the collectible
but
like
you
solid
played with them though.
Yeah, and I had like the solid gold Pokemon cards
Yeah.
that were like limited
Yeah.
edition. I had
Yeah.
those and like
Me
yeah.
too.
So like I don't know. Grow out of it is all I'm saying.
What's one thing you could easily live without? Well, definitely not you, Wes.
Oh, that was sweet. No. Well, I couldn't live without you either.
Yay.
What is something I could live without? Like I just don't need it in my
Rent.
life.
I could definitely easily live without having to pay rent.
See, there's a lot of things. I'm trying to think of a good one. Because, like, yeah, I agree with that. I could live without rent. I could live out without ever having to buy anything ever. Like, if I could just have things, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Let's think of something like practical though.
I could live without mosquitoes. I'd be cool
Uh.
with those just not existing, but that's a cop out.
Yeah.
I'd be cool without Susan doing that.
Yeah, that is true. I could totally live without Susan doing that shit too. Ooh, I know what I could live without easily. People setting up Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving is even over.
Yes, I could. Yes.
And I know
That.
that it's not Thanksgiving yet, and my house is covered in Christmas decorations. But I'm pretty sure we talked about this. And it's not me. It's my wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same in my house. I'm gonna extend that to anything Christmas themed, not just decorations. If I fucking hear a Christmas song before December,
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm going to
Oh.
murder the person that's
Oh,
next
yeah.
to me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was somebody in the car the other day, and they were like bumping Christmas music, and I just like looked over at him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I'm tired of every single one of the songs that exist. Like, I don't need to hear another one ever again. Come
No.
up with something new. Don't just do the same fucking shit over and over again every year. I'm done with it.
don't want a lot for Christmas.
It's the one that was in my head while we were talking about this
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It can go away.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You're right. No Christmas. Until Christmas.
Until at least December.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you think there is life after death? No. Yeah, no. I think it just. We've talked about this before too. I think it just goes into like a black void.
Yeah. I just feel like somewhat of an asshole saying that, but yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anything happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. A memory you think of often.
The one time I got in trouble when I was like 7 with my friend Alyx, back when we lived on the west side of Columbus in a what's it called when it's like a dual, like
Condo?
No, it's not a condo. It's a condo, but it's got a shared wall with another condo. Basically, I forget what that was.
A duplex?
Duplex,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so we were living in a duplex on the west side of Columbus, and there was a creek that was nearby, and it was the middle of winter. And my friend Alyx was like 11, and I was 7, so he was like the bad older kid that lived in the neighborhood that I looked up to.
Yeah.
So we went down to the frozen over creek, and we were just like skating around on top of the ice.
Yeah.
We lost track of time, and we'd been down there for like 3.5 hours. And
Okay.
didn't tell anybody that's where we were. So then one of the neighbors from like 3 blocks over pulls over on the bridge above the creek where we are and yells down to us, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Playing." We didn't realize anything was wrong. And then a cop rolls up behind her. Apparently the whole neighborhood was looking for us.
What?
And then I got so much shit because, we were playing on top of ice above water. And it was like, if that broke, you could have died. And it was like, we were just having fun. And I remember that so vividly because I was having the best time of my life and didn't think anything was wrong. And then like I had a giant reality check when I finally got back to my mom after
Yeah.
riding in the back of a cop car.
Yeah. Wolf cop.
Yeah. That's a great story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that I think about a lot.
Yeah.
For kind of the same reason of like riding in the back of a cop car with all my friends.
Yeah.
Like
That's an epic moment in your young life. You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit got real quick.
I went home and told my mom.
Yeah.
And was like, this happened, okay? Just say I don't want you to hear this from anybody else because this definitely happened.
Yeah.
I also think about meeting you for the first time, Wes. Because we do this podcast and because it was the moment that like just sprang into everything and like to where my life is at. Like we've talked about it before where I mean you've helped me out through a lot of shitty moments in my life too of me being a fucking shithead. So like just that moment and like me like watching you skate and just being like I want to talk to that dude. Like I need to know who that dude is. Like I think about that moment a lot.
Oh.
Because it was just the start of everything. And
Yeah.
now we're here, and it just blows my mind.
Yeah. Quit getting all sentimental.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but, like, I mean, being
No.
legit, like, I do think about it a lot.
Yeah, I think about that too. I mean, I've talked about it before too, where it was like my mentality at the time when we first met was like I was the weird, anxious, depressed kid in my head, and that's the reason nobody talked to me, and I didn't talk to anybody. But from your end, it was like I was the intimidating good skater, and it was like,
Yeah.
that's why nobody talked to me.
yeah, dude.
So
Because you just come in and fucking shred and then leave, and we were just like, oh my God.
yeah, so I think about that a lot too, because that's the seed of where we are now.
Yeah. Wasn't Micah with me?
Yeah.
It's crazy for me to think that I knew Micah before I knew you.
I feel like we all met at the same time, but I know I was one of the last to join that friend group, because you guys
Yeah.
had already kind of established you guys have stories before I was even there where you guys think I was there because I just kind of
Yeah.
inserted myself in the group afterwards.
You just fit so perfectly.
Like I've heard so many stories about Alan's sketch ramp where at the end everybody's like, "You weren't there?" And I was like, "No, I never got to skate the sketch ramp."
Yes, the sketch ramp,
Yeah.
dude, and the sketch ramp 2.0.
Yeah, never saw either of them. I've
I
never even been
know.
over to Alan's house.
What?
Yeah, never once.
I think we talked about this. Yes, you have.
No,
For the pizza party
no,
on the pool table.
no.
What?
I've never been to a pool table where Alan was there. Like that did
no
not happen.
way.
No.
What?
Yeah. I know it's crazy, right? It just feels like we've all always been together. Like
That whole part of my life, you weren't there.
Yeah,
No.
I
No.
swear.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm really bad at timing like that. Like, I thought I had known Logan for like a year. I've known him since March.
Yeah, since a little bit after we started this, which was
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it blew my mind. I was like, dude, I feel like I've known you for way longer than that.
Yeah.
Like, we're just such good friends.
It does to me as well, even though I don't see him nearly as much. Damn.
I know.
Even though I don't see him nearly as often as you do or talk to him nearly as it feels like he's just always been a part of this group. Like,
Yeah.
We just know Logan now.
That's crazy.
Time's weird.
Yep. What is one thing if you ever lost it would devastate you?
fucking everything I own and everybody in my life and all the things that I'm barely grasping onto and like holding on to dearly. Like, please don't take this from all
Like,
of it. Like, what is that
seriously,
question?
Like, if my laptop broke, devastated.
Yeah.
Like, if my wife left me, devastated. If you, like, left me or something happened to you, devastated. Like,
yeah, anybody dies or goes away, I'm just done.
Yeah,
like, I don't
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude.
what?
Fuck that question.
Work so hard for everything. Don't take it away.
Do you believe in don't let the sun set on your anger, meaning don't go to bed angry? My wife gets on me a lot about this and is like, you should never go to bed angry because you don't know if you're going to wake up. But sometimes, like, I just need to go to bed. Like, sometimes I'm just fucking tired and there's nothing that's really going to change that.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm going to be pissed off until I go to bed and then wake up in the morning and then I'll feel rested and I'll be like, okay, we can talk now.
We went over this with one of the previous questions where, like, anytime it's like a colloquialism or an old saying, it's like, it's a good sentiment, but it doesn't work most of the time. Whereas I go to bed angry a lot. And I usually wake up feeling better, and the sleep helped me. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm angry, it's just like, I should go to bed because that'll stop me being angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to sleep.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a convincing liar or can people see through you?
It depends.
It does depend.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm usually a bad liar, though.
yeah, like my wife knows when I'm lying.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like most other people, I could probably lie straight to your face and you would never know.
If I don't have to verbally lie, I'm okay. If I can continue
Yeah.
to hide things, then I will.
I think that I've gotten good at it because I've with sarcasm.
Yeah.
And like fucking with people and like telling people like just to fuck with them. I'll tell like the other day for the floor guy, I had to like, because they put like this like rubber base up on the bottom and they held like the seams with tape. And, like, my job was to go through and take all the tape off.
Okay.
And so, like, I did that. And they told me, they were like, hey, you know, like, we put super glue on the seams. So be a little careful pulling the tape off so you don't, like, the super glue doesn't stick to the tape and then it pulls the base off. So a few hours go by after I had done it. And I go up to the floor guy and I was like, hey, I meant to ask you, like, what do you do if you pull the whole base off? And he was like, what? Did you really do that? And I was like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. Everything's cool. I got it all off. Like, but just the way that I went about it and the way that I talked to him and just was kind of like chill about it. Like, I could have totally lied and kept going with it too.
Yeah.
So, yes and no.
Yeah, I've met people who are good liars, and that's how I know I'm not one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's a pretty good liar.
Yeah.
She got us out of me being caught at her place in the middle of the night when her mom was supposed to be at work but came back. I've told you this story, but
When
I
you
hid
were hiding behind something.
a miniature Christmas tree.
Yeah.
In a corner on the side of her bed. I just put a little Christmas tree in front of me and crouched down.
That's so fucking funny.
And she bold-faced lied to her mom 5 feet away from me. And played it so cool.
Oh,
She's the shit.
funny, dude. Your wife's crazy, man.
She's the best.
I don't know, like, where to put her.
Yeah, that's why I like her so much. She's not anybody else. Like, she's just her.
No.
Yeah.
I guess none of us are really like anybody else.
No, but some people are more themselves to an extreme, you know?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people you can put into categories and boxes, but some people it's like, where do you go?
Like, I could put you and my wife probably in a similar box.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. But then I think like me and your wife are in these like such different boxes. Like
I think of her as a box and a box and a box and a box, you know, like she's got a very specific subcategory of her own thing. Like, yeah.
What about me? Do I just have like my own one box?
You're like if a box figured out how to wrap itself around another box. But not be inside of it's not a box inside of a box. It's a box that figured out how to put itself around another box without having it inside of it. Which is what you're doing to me.
Basically. Good point. Good point. I like that. That was good. I agree with you on that.
That's all I could come up with on the spot.
No, that's good. That's good. Okay. Well, fuck that book.
Is that the end of that page?
It is the end of that page.
Cool.
So, yeah, this was kind of a chiller episode.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering, Cumbox and everything. And having Kenny on.
Yeah.
So, this is more of a chiller episode for you guys out there. I hope you enjoyed it. And we enjoyed talking to you and each other. And I'm going to go walk my dog, obviously. 'Cause she's
Yeah.
fucking whining over here. And then I'm going to go explode into my cum box. So, you
This
guys...
thread is exploding.
This, dude, wrong words to use, buddy. Wrong words. Have you noticed that tattooing your asshole has become more of a thing now?
Did we do that? Or are you
No.
just saying that, like,
I
we
just-
found a clip because it's part of a trend?
I think it's that. I think that is why. Because I saw another photo on Facebook today, and it was like, oh, my great and talented boyfriend tattooed my asshole. And they put up a picture of it.
Huh. You know what?
And it was a spider, and the ass of the spider was her anus.
God damn it.
And so it was like going up her back.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, but like up her butt crack. So like the head was like the start of her butt crack. Yeah.
You've got a spider in your ass that's made out of your asshole.
Yeah.
I think, okay, so here's the thing. People are bored, and my theory is that when society gets this bored that they start tattooing their assholes, the same thing happened at the end of the Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire, a week before, somebody got an asshole tattoo because they were bored, and then everything just went to shit. That's what's happening now.
Well, if that tells you what kind of podcast we have.
Trying to end the show, and the dog's squealing in the background.
It's in my apartment, okay?
Yeah.
There's not much I can do.
There'll be dog noises and baby noises and wife noises
Yep.
as the show goes on.
As the show goes on, until we get our own studio, which I'm working on.
We're gonna figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking figure it out. So, all right, you guys, we're gonna get out of here. Love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us. Check us out on all of the social medias. Call in, leave us an email, and have a great rest of your day. Later.
Okay, thanks. Bye.